Welcome there, traveller. Please, take a seat, grab a drink, and enjoy the Sunday session.
We're not recording? That was some great stuff.
There was some really great stuff there. I really should have been recording. That would have been great. Great.
That was great. All that stuff from before you press record. So anyway,
Farts.
farts.
Noise. Okay, so last week, you, as a group, were led to Blinsky, who has revealed himself as Master at Arms Q Blinsky.
He's a cool guy.
He's a cool guy. Has provided you with various toys.
Because he's a toy maker.
Then I nearly said Rin. I'm sorry.
My character's name is Wick.
Wick and Narlag went down to try and find out if there was some way that the priest could help with some protection over the city, which ended up being problematic. Yeah,
Risky, I would say.
risky would be the
Risky and unlikely.
Expensive.
time-consuming.
Itchy.
Sometimes you need to build a wall.
Don't start this.
Too soon.
Meanwhile, Ulrich and Yu head up to.
Meanwhile, Ulrich.
Sure, you didn't want to take over?
Sorry. Sorry.
No, it's all good. Head up to the Burgomaster's mansion, and through some deceptions,
Fuckery.
fuckery.
In fact, I would almost say you should give him an inspiration dice for that masterful performance.
Hey,
he
that's
put on.
something that we don't do.
I really should actually. I got to remember to do that because it is such a good mechanic. But yeah, Yu disguises Izek, and then the Burgomaster tried to convince Ulrich that nothing was untoward and that he should be back out there doing what they had already directed to be done. And then Ulrich sort of detected evil in the house and is back on his path of conquest. And meanwhile, Wick realized that the guys have been there for a little bit longer than just a quick conversation and has snuck up and broken into the mansion to see what the hell is going on.
Seems like a reasonable response.
Yeah, I thought so.
Checking on my employers.
If they die, you don't get paid.
Yeah.
They were supposed to be here 8 minutes ago. Where are they? Burglary. Just immediately defaulting to burglary if you don't see someone within the 8 seconds that you were supposed to.
I imagine the idea of breaking into the Burgermeister's house is like a boring Friday night for Wick. It's like, oh, we're out of beer. I guess we'll go break into the Burgermeister's house for giggles.
He's probably got beer in the basement.
Yeah.
You probably know it quite well. I would
You
say.
broke into the Burgomaster's place just to come and find us? I was going to do that anyway, actually. This was already my
Yeah,
plan.
you just happen to be here.
I left my keys here last time.
Okay, so that's the situation we're in. Narlag is back at the inn, not really concerned about what's going on. He didn't seem all that worried that people were taking longer than needed, so he's sitting down, having some lunch, I believe.
Playing rock, paper, scissors with Dave.
How does he do that without hands?
Ice talks.
He uses rock a lot.
Yeah.
Scissor. just flap him as scissor.
All right, what's he do for paper? Now we're on this.
You know that thing where
Sticks
if the
his tongue
hamster
out.
gets really comfortable, it can just lay down and pancake?
Oh yeah.
I imagine that he is mostly just air inside. He's actually just a balloon. And so if you just like...
I imagine it makes exactly that sound too. All right, so you guys are in the Burgomaster's.
Didn't I knock down a door or something?
I
I
don't
don't think
believe
you
so.
did anything. I think you guys just
okay.
resolved to do a thing.
Yeah, you have been pointed in the direction of evil
Yeeble.
in the fact that it's in the building.
Yeah.
I also didn't make contact with you guys. I just sort of, I think where we left it, I, was clambering in through a window and just seeing them there and was holding back.
Yeah, we'll spread out. We'll go
Did you hear the conversation? Well, I suppose it doesn't matter. I don't know whether or not you hear.
And I don't think I did.
I don't believe he did either. All right. And go. Roleplay.
No, roleplay. Roleplay harder.
No, again.
You're not doing it hard enough.
I should be weeping. Why aren't I weeping?
So yeah, I think the Burgomaster's gonna come back and show us around, I guess, or should we just go and find him?
Oh, I thought that he left. I thought we really didn't get very clear instructions. I thought he was leaving, and we were supposed to just help our.
That would make sense because if his house is filled with evil, he would want to leave so we can protect him.
I think we said
And we will
like,
just
you get
wipe
out
out
of
everyone
here.
in here.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
just
it's probably a good
we'll
idea.
sort it out. Yeah,
Yeah,
because there's
okay.
evil, and we'll sort it out. Yeah.
All right, that's a
That
good
sounds like
idea. Yeah, okay. So
So, murder the world? Murder the world. Yeah.
I mean, that would be the fast way of resolving this particular issue. Probably not going to say that out loud. I guess just can you keep doing the detecting good and evil thing, and
I
sort of
can
try
do it
use
up to
that
3 more times.
Oh right, there is a limit on that. Then you got to have a little lie down and a ham sandwich.
Yeah,
That's how gods work.
yeah.
The god of ham sandwich. All right. So, if I remember right, you guys were in one of the dining rooms? The dining room where you met with the Burgomaster with Izek way back when?
Let's say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it sounds about right. So, how many doors out? Do
Actually,
we have
no,
a map?
you're in the foyer because you went into one of the dining rooms and snuck out the window.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
right. I ducked into a room to do a little quick switchy changey.
Jumped out a window, came
Jumped
in.
out a window.
Do we have
Yep,
a
all right.
map?
So we're in the foyer.
No, you
Okay.
don't have a map. I have a map with a whole pile of things marked on it. You cannot see.
Okay. Well, how many
Hey,
doors?
can I quickly
out?
see that map for a second? Just for
How many doors out of the room? Other than the one we came in.
Okay, so from the foyer, with your back to the front, with the front doors looking into the most of the building. On your right hand side is a staircase that leads upwards. On your left is a closed door, and up ahead of you is a corridor with 2 doors each side, and then another door up the end. The door, the first door on the right is the dining room where you guys have been in before, and that's where
And-
Izek went and didn't come back from.
Do we remember how many doors were out?
yeah, that was
there?
weird, right?
Wait, you came in through the front door, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I don't know that you know. Okay. Well, I guess we go room by room.
Room by room. Let's clear out the nearest lower floor first and see where we go. Do we want a cover story in case we run into anyone that isn't obviously evil but is also questioning what the hell it is that we're doing?
Story.
You're knitting your brow like this is immediately too hard.
Cover story. We're here for the Burgomaster asked us to get rid of evil in the house.
Do you remember what room I dropped you in when you were climbing in, or you just begin to climb into a window?
How's that?
Yeah, I think you said I was in the the upper level of the foyer. I thought that's what you said. I don't know. Is there an upper level to the foyer?
There would be, but that means you have to climb up the wall and get. Yeah, you can do that.
Didn't you
Yep.
roll stupidly high on or a stealth? or
So
something?
your position there, so you've basically scurried up the wall a little bit because you could do that with the whole second level fighting or whatever it was called.
Second story work?
Yeah, that's the
Second
one.
story work.
And sort of just
I'm on the second story.
slipped a knife
work.
in there, undone the latch on one of the windows, and quietly slid it open, and then you're appearing over a staircase banister down into the foyer below, and you can see these two just sort of talking to each other and actioning a plan, and they're basically facing off towards an area off to your left that leads.
I would assume you can hear everything I'm saying.
Oh yeah,
I'm sort of picturing I'm like hanging back, like watching these guys' backs, sort of thing. Like,
Yep. Okay.
Like not like making my presence. Okay. The Wick's attitude towards this is like, if these guys get into trouble, he's gonna like swing in and save the day, sort of situation. So he's not like being a part of this. He's like setting up, like letting you guys get into trouble, and then he's gonna help. But also,
that makes a lot of sense. Like protecting your investment without having to actually do anything, and then if the time comes, being all like Johnny saved the day.
Johnny saved the day.
Yeah, all right.
That's his alternate name. It's on one of his fake IDs.
Also, like watching their backs and making sure like there's not like a bunch of guards rush in behind them and that sort of thing.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, our cover story is exactly what we're doing. The Burgomaster asked us to get rid of evil in the house.
I do just have some concerns that if we run into an innocent person, they may panic and alert whatever the evil is. So how about if we run into anyone innocent, we just tell them that there is a gas leak and they need to get out. Do.
I'll,
Thinking noise.
if they look suspicious, I'm probably going to attack them, but otherwise I'm going to let you do the talking.
That is probably the best we could have hoped for out of this situation. So. Agreed.
All right. First door.
First door.
Do we do this stealthy?
As I imagine as best that we can. May
Okay.
as well. Let's try some element of surprise.
Okay.
Sneaking up on evil.
When you say first door, which door are you talking about? The one that's on.
The one with the number 1 on it.
The first one, dude, come on.
First one-
Don't you have
closest-
notes or something?
The
The number
closest
one,
one
door.
to us.
The first one I described to you, that is the one that's sort of on the southern wall of the foyer area.
Yeah.
Sure.
Duh.
No, don't piss him off because then he's going to make something bad happen. See, look at that face.
When has that ever happened before? Oh, wait. Never mind. All the times before.
Okay. You approach this door. It is closed as a current in its current state. As they approach the door, that you sort of lose vision of them because they're sort of below you now. So, depending what you want to do to
I'm going to follow behind them stealthily. I'm going to roll my stealth. It's a good one.
it's a good one.
It's a good one.
It's fine. My passive sucks anyway.
It's like 28.
28.
My passive is 9. Because I have -1.
Okay.
Also, my passive perception is 20.
How much gets past you?
He's got his head on a swivel.
That sounds like it hurts.
Well, you know, you get used to it. You can get an ointment for it. No, like that's the idea. Is he's all like,
Yep.
look out and
Oh yeah, there's. All right. Who's dealing with the door?
I'll like press my ear up against it.
feel for
Just,
heat.
I got,
check
no,
for smoke.
it's got a cold ear. Oh, that's nice. What is that? What is that?
Are you
Is that
actually
mahogany?
trying to listen to the other?
Yeah.
Mahogany.
Mahogany.
Roll me a perception.
Nope.
Okay, so press your ear against this sort of solid timber door, and can't seem to make out any sound on the other side.
Sounds like wood.
Okay.
You get
I mean,
slight
with
hints
a
of the
3, I
ocean.
wouldn't even get that it's mahogany. I just hear wood.
All right, let's do this stealthily. I open the door.
Okay.
I mean, I'm still me, so I'm not stealthy. I'm just opening the door rather than kicking the door. See, that's me being stealthy.
Fair point. Okay, so you open up into this room, and it is it's a parlor room. There's several sort of like comfy wing chairs sort of laid around. They're looking a little bit aged, and there's a little bit worse for wear, as most of the building does. Like it at its peak, this building would have been magnificent.
There are no crates that are about human shaped.
No.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. Is this going to be like the new Amber door? Is this what colour's the door? No. Are there any crates that are human size?
How human-shaped are the crates?
Yeah.
They're like each of there's little side tables with like lacy sort of coverings over them. This has been set up as a nice, with a nice sort of feminine touch to the place. It is a place for
It's tastefully appointed.
Tastefully appointed. There we go. Thank you very much. But there is not currently anyone in there.
Any doors out, other than the one?
On the far wall, there is a window that sort of overlooks into the southern grounds of the mansion grounds. No, there's no other doors that leave that space.
Okay, cool, clear.
I'm going to do a quick investigate around. I imagine that's going to be you're just going to go like room to room, clearing it, looking for the people.
Yeah,
And
I'll guard the door while you're looking around.
Yeah. Why will like take a minute to like read like the letters, read the open letters on the desk and whatever. Oh, that's going to be a lot. That's 17 plus like it's 26.
26. Okay, you start poking around. On one of the end tables, there's a teacup and a saucer. You sort of pick it up and sort of sniff at it, and you just get that slight waft that it's still sort of lukewarm. Like it's been served relatively recently, but not like in the last 10 minutes. Like someone has been in here recently-ish, but has moved on since.
Someone has been in here recently and has moved on since.
They can obviously sense our presence, so we should probably start moving.
Or they may have just gone for a biscuit. Is there a biscuit next to the?
There's a little serving dish, and it's just got like a few crumbs of what looks like
Yep. Okay.
sort of pastry or
it's
or baked
definitive.
good.
They ran out of biscuit before they ran out of tea, so they went for more Tim Tams. I worked out your riddle.
And obviously sent someone to the shops, because otherwise they would be back.
They're just in the pantry shoving Tim Tams.
And you were sneaking down the stairs to sort of follow along, or okay.
tiptoe.
So what you see is you're sort of at the landing between as the stairs sort of turn around on themselves and start heading further down, and you sort of see Ulrich's back as he's kind of looked in the room and sort of looked around and just sort of said clear, and then sort of turns around and starts walking back out the door and starts peering around the room like he's on sentry.
I've got my shield out as well. Like I'm.
Oh,
full
yeah, I don't doubt that for a moment.
I'm like looking around, suspicious.
Moving on.
Yeah, I'm not going to like sip the tea and sort of determine. No, all right, no, fuck it, I do that as well. Right. Earl Grey.
There's no point letting the tea get away.
Now I'm going to say French Earl Grey.
Oh, okay, all right.
Someone's
Yeah.
been the teacher
Yes,
today.
Someone's going to come back and go, some bastards nicked my tea.
It's like, hey,
The tea was cursed.
Although by the time they come back, we probably would have just
That's
destroyed the rest of the house.
That's bad. The person drinking the tea isn't here. Clearly, it killed them.
that's
Obliterated them utterly.
That's bad.
I know what you're trying to do.
All right. So I'll probably go for single doors before I go for the one like the doors that because you said there were double doors at some point.
2 doors each down each side. There's
Oh,
single
okay.
doors, but like as you go down the corridor on each side, there is 2 doors, and on the far end,
We'll
there
probably
is
check the
another
ones on the side of the corridor first because they're unlikely to lead out, probably. So yeah.
Okay. Heading down the corridor, the first one on your right is a room that you guys are familiar with. It's the dining room that you guys have been into before when you first met up with Izek in a social sense.
And what other ways are out that way?
That room, from your memory, just had a set of windows that led to the northern grounds. There was no doors.
Okay, clear.
Are you? Because the door's closed there currently. So
Oh, sorry. I thought you said. I thought you
I'm
said.
just saying-
we
I'm
were
just saying
in.
what you-
Okay.
you
All right. Well,
remember
no.
that
Then
room.
Then we'll go in. Yeah, and just check. Like, make sure. Yeah.
And what you also remember is that's the room that Izek went into not 10 minutes ago.
But Izek works for the thing, so he's probably fine. He's probably not a vampire. So
I imagine not. Yeah.
And last I remember
we saw
seeing-
him outside.
yeah, last I
Yeah,
remember
so
seeing him, he was outside. So yeah.
All right.
All right. So yeah, let's check that room.
Okay, so opening the door up, similar room as you've seen before. You've got the long dining table. The one of the windows has been opened up, and the curtains just sort of flapping away in the breeze that's coming in from the north. But no one inside there.
Izek must have climbed out the window. That's weird.
Yeah, who the hell would do that?
Yeah.
That's weird, right? Maybe. Oh, hang on.
Maybe he saw something outside.
Yeah, like maybe he got wind of there being evil as well, and yeah. Look,
He just leapt out a window.
Yes.
Well,
Look, he's got his own thing going on.
Yeah, the mayor's
We'll
left
meet up
the
with him
house.
later.
We want to make sure, if Izek's left the house, that's good. All right, cool. Room's clear. Well, we'll close the window first and then leave. Just so no one can get in through the window.
It's good thinking.
All right, next room. Off the other side of the...
So it was basically going straight across the...
Yep.
I am actually going to choose this point to cast Detect Magic.
You have Detect Magic?
Haven't you always had... I thought you'd always had it.
Okay.
Which is...
Nothing.
Sometimes I like to know when magic's there.
Sometimes I like to know about magics.
Sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of me. Okay. Brian is doing counting distance math, so...
You're onto something. Maybe just not immediately near you.
Just checking whether there is anything.
It is a sphere. It's got the sphere icon as well,
Yep,
so it's within a radius of...
And it's only you can only sort of get the sense of what the magic is if you can see the art.
You sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you, so I just sense it. If you sense magic in this way, you can use an action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area.
All right.
So I know that it's there, and then when I look at it...
Works right.
Yeah, I know, but I always got to remember whether you need to be able to see it to be able to work out the type of magic and everything. Okay. There is definitely magic within 30 feet.
And it's not me.
Okay, I will always exclude the various kit that you guys have got on because, I think at some point he'd realised to just sort of squelch out that noise.
Yeah.
Look, I try to ignore you guys as much as possible anyway.
Yeah, that's fair.
Do general like,
certainly,
hey, buddy, you're magic.
you get the sensation that it's coming from the higher levels of the mansion because this mansion is 3 levels high.
Okay. But no idea of the type of magic.
Not
yet.
unless you could see the source of the magic. That's what I wanted to look.
Okay.
So it's not the roof. It's not. We're not dealing with roof magic here.
No.
Thank
Okay.
God.
Oh, thank God! Everyone, calm down.
It's actually
guys.
it's floor magic, but you can only see it from the top.
Okay. Oh God, that's the worst kind of floor magic. DEFCON 4, everyone. Get ready.
What other way would you see floor magic? If it's floor, you can't. What?
Upper.
We have
Upper
broken
floor.
Wick.
No!
Okay, next room.
Okay.
I mean, I noticed you casting a spell. Like,
Oh, that was detect magic. I'm looking for any magic
Okay.
that's in there.
Cool.
Ariel.
and there,
Hey.
what's that?
Your magic.
Okay, cool. Good to
Oh
know.
right, yeah, There is magic. There is
Okay.
a sense of magic upstairs.
It's kind of magic.
It's a kind of magic. Although let's keep in mind that we live in a world where there is magic all over the fucking place. So like, it could be a goddamn singing teapot. You know, let's.
They're pretty evil, actually.
Yeah. Look, honestly, if anything if objects start like dancing around and singing BAS,
I'm
fucking
singing. Yeah, I'm
no,
gonna
man,
like,
go at it.
destroy those singing.
Go at
guys.
it. Yeah, so that's literally yeah.
That would have been a different movie if they just started be my guest, and then just suddenly like something steps on them and starts stamping. on
Fucking
them.
wardrobe start attacking them. Assholes taking my coats.
Okay, check the other side.
So you're basically just crossing across the. Okay, so carefully opening up that door. What have we got on this side?
We should possibly just to make sure that we've got we're clearing each way, each area as we go, and that no one can come in behind us. Should possibly barricade the front door.
That's not a terrible idea.
Picturing at this point, like Wick is like hanging from like a chandelier, just being like,
No one ever looks up.
You rolled a nat 20 and you get to just use that roll the whole time, so you're just fucking standing there in the middle of the room like, you guys can't see me.
I mean, to
He's
be honest,
he's standing in the middle of the room with a lampshade on his head, just going like,
to be honest, even if you hadn't rolled stealth, I probably wouldn't even notice you.
Yeah, you're only investigating this place. You're not going to be looking around.
No.
don't be shitty. Okay, so you're gonna double back and just barricade the door.
Yeah, just to make sure no one can come in behind us.
Okay,
So, the I assume the what do you call it? The place where people eat, the dining room that we went to has tables and chairs and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna start like moving them against the door. So
what the main doors?
the main front door.
Okay, so you get to the front doors. The doors are open, and there's got these.
I thought they were okay. I thought they were.
And the and there was like a set of like drapes that sort of hung down. I think I remember describing that you sort of walk through into. And on the other side, sort of either side of the pillars at the front of the door are guards sort of standing there. So
Okay. We possibly don't want them noticing this then.
and they might.
Yeah.
If you're like dragging furniture around,
I thought the front doors were closed. I didn't realize. Okay, cool. Well, all right. For now, we'll investigate the other room and then we'll figure it out.
Sorry, I'm just picturing this image of two guards have let you into this house, and then they close the door, drag you into the apartment, and then saying,
I was actually really hoping for, because I think we've even done this in a game before, spend all the time barricading a door and then it opens outwards. did anyone think to check that? No.
I think that was when we played Lost Mines of Fandel.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
we barricaded up one door and then find out you had to go through that door at some point as well. You end up going around the long way and then opening the door up and just seeing like barricade all up against it. Like, huh.
I think these are the wrong kind of doors, guys.
At that point, you just got like Curb Your Enthusiasm music playing.
We get too many moments like that in this game.
Yeah, I thought about adding that little sound bite to a bunch of the things that happen, but it's just going to be like 80% of the show now. Mm-hmm. Okay,
Quality meme.
so you cross across from the dining room, open up the door on the other side. The room is dark in the other ones, like the drapes are all drawn. You get this sort of scent of like pipe smoke. There's a fireplace going in one room, just giving sort of this nice little sort of low level illumination within the room. There's padded chairs and couches lining around the walls. Just like this. Everyone's just really enthralled about this.
This is the perfect place for vampires to be. So
there's this rich red carpet through the floor, and mounted on the east wall there's a head of an angry looking brown bear. This is looking like some sort of hunter's lodge den. Again, next to one of the padded chairs is this ashtray stand, which has got like an eagle's claw underneath it, holding the tray, and the eagle's claw is just like brass bronze sort of stand. This is like the pipe ash has been tapped out into it. Yeah.
Okay, so animal lover, clearly.
it's taking all I can to not just set this place on fire. It would actually be the perfect way to get rid of the evil, but
I'm getting a real like Wreck of the Mary Celeste vibe from this mansion. It's like tea left in a cup, like ashes in an ashtray. Like, what happened to these people?
okay.
The guy had a cigar. He's like, I really need a fucking cup of tea right now. That shit is dehydrating me so bad. Has a cup of tea, and then he's like, you know what? I'm gonna need a bath. We're gonna go upstairs. There's gonna be like a bath with some tepid water in it. We're just following this guy around the house right now. Eventually, we're gonna walk in. He's in a bathrobe. Like, what are you doing? We're like, following you apparently.
I'm just having my afternoon tea. What's going on?
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know. We thought you were a riddle. You're just like a guy having a nice afternoon.
All right. Do you want to check out the room?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This seems like a little bit plush. I'm liking this. Also seems like the kind of room where I'm just going to be like pulling sconces and fucking with the books on the library shelves. Because if there's going to be like a secret passage in a room, it's probably going to be in this one. Did you?
What?
Okay.
What?
You didn't just laugh outright at that. You like look thoughtful for a sec.
I try and do that every now and then.
Yeah, right. Just to fuck with us.
Just to make it look like I'm not a complete idiot.
That is 16.
It's working, Ryan.
Oh, I feel that was a read. 16?
Yep.
Okay, looking around.
Oh, you know what? My passive is 19 anyway. Does that, like, what are actually the mechanics for, like, a passive investigation? If I'm, like, intending to investigate.
If you're going in with intent, it's still going to become the flaw. Like, if you're
Yeah,
going
okay.
so-
All right. It's passive, but it's not like if you try to do it, you lose it. Because that means you would never be able to use passive investigation, right? Investigation is like an intent.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, right.
So, it's... Passive investigation is when you basically walk into a room and you sort of glance around without sort of going in with intent. So if you go around and basically just, if you roll that dice, I'm going to go off the roll, essentially. Except for perception, because that's you just seeing things. Unless you roll a 1, I'm going to roll... That is going to... your passive is going to become the lowest point you can do.
Yeah, yep.
Okay. For everything else, I can use that number as a situation where, like, I don't even worry about you having to roll. Like, if there's obviously a smoking gun sitting in the middle of the floor, you're not going to need to roll investigation for that because you're going to fucking see that.
Yeah.
If you're actively going to go around and look for clues, you're going to be rolling that thing, and you may miss stuff.
Yep.
And that's what that roll's for.
All right. I am looking for a smoking gun. I have a passive of 19 and a roll of 16. What do we got?
Okay. You're looking around the room. You look over that ashtray. There doesn't seem to be any sort of recent embers. It does seem to be sort of like tamped down and just like a little bit cold and damp, just from the ambient moisture in the area. It's misty at nights and everything. It doesn't look like someone's been in here for a little bit. The fireplace is burning, but it's just sort of just. It looks like someone's just been maintaining it in case the room gets used. If someone comes in afterwards and actually wants to use it, they would stoke it up and get the fire roaring. It's just got a log there, just keeping the embers going.
Fair enough. Like pinch like a little bit of the ash from the cigar, rub to my fingers, like smell it, listen to it. Like, oh yes, a left-handed Welshman with IBS was here.
I guess that's what I was using the tobacco for.
Ew.
I don't think he was using it as a suppository. I think he was actually smoking.
Okay, you were actually the first person to use the word suppository in that situation, so this whole thing is on you now.
What you've learned is don't posit options because he's going to make you look like the idiot by transference. Okay. You looking around, you see a bunch of like portrait oil paint portraits around the place. They show a
That seems about on message for this sort of room. Yep.
You
Is
see
it
this
a
sort of-
guy on a horse?
no. You see one of a man sort of standing up in sort of. I don't think. Nalag's the only one that's actually seen the Burgomaster, if I remember right. You came up with a Burgomaster.
Yeah.
You know,
May McCheese.
Yeah, I've seen the Burgomaster.
what you see is this man sort of sitting on what looks like actually one of the chairs that's in the room. So the big high back chair. He's got his got one leg crossed across the other, and either side of this chair are these massive mastiffs, and he's just got like a hand resting over each arm, and then just sort of like resting on the back of the heads of each of these dogs, and just it's one of those images where he sort of the eyes follow you around the room, sort of thing. It's just it looks like he's sort of piercing into your soul to a degree. The guy's got sort of longer graying hair. You could probably tell that it probably would have looked better when it was, it had more color and the gray's coming a bit more rough. It's quite a stern-looking individual.
Yeah. I kind of imagine at this
Not quite
point.
as bad as like the oil painting in like Ghostbusters 2, that sort of level, but it's got that sort of feel. It gives you a little bit of the creeps.
That was
Keebies,
that
but
was-
not necessarily GBs.
That was
There we
Count Vigo, wasn't it?
Yes, that's what I was thinking of.
Was it Count? I can't remember now. It's been
Vigo the Carpathian.
yeah.
I am Vigo.
It's Vigo!
Was it like Scourge of Moldavia? I haven't seen that in such a long time. It's just that line.
I'm guessing from that picture, his father must have had an affair with someone, and he's because he doesn't look anything like this. The Burgomaster, I'm assuming this is the Burgomaster's father in the picture.
No,
Doesn't
that's
look anything like the Burgomaster.
no, that's the Burger Master, not the. Are you thinking of the Burger Meister?
Yeah, the Burgermeister is the one I met.
Don't
Yeah.
don't play off my inability to remember which term.
I'm using this, buddy. This is the only way to get out of the situation where it becomes apparent that I fucking like it.
It's like just randomly disappeared, and the Burgomaster that you talked to is not the same guy. What's going on?
May actually be able to put two and two together on that one. So
Evil in this place.
what I'm going with is the guy that you met was the Burger Meister, who is like the deputy. That's the Burger Master, who was like, the guy in charge of the whole thing. We met like his PA.
Do you want me to roll on this? Because I'm happy to leave it as is, but this is skirting the edges of what. Yeah, I don't know what you want me to.
Would you, as Ulrich, feel deceived? Or even intrigued on whether you're being deceived?
Well,
Would you have any reason to be suspicious at this point? Did this sound like a convincing argument to you, Ulrich? With the intelligence less than your horse.
For
and sword?
context, I imagine that there isn't much difference between anything Yu says and just the dumb lies that he says. He's not putting on like a funny voice.
he's got no reason to be suspicious, but there are some things that are clearly not adding up that I would think someone would potentially put it together.
Your two passives? Your passive perception was 9, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yours was not particularly great either, was it?
10.
20.
20. You start hearing like the sounds of like creaking floorboards up on the next level. Sounds like just like someone walking along the floor floor level up, and you can also hear the sounds of like almost like clawed feet walking along with it as well. You can hear that sort of tapping of like a harpy.
or mastiffs.
That was
Definitely okay. Did you read ahead in the book? Because that seems like a weird swing.
well, we have to delete out that encounter. Harpy fight gone. Ross guesses another one.
Didn't even write this one. Does it sound like it's coming like downstairs towards where we're all at?
It sounds like it's walking along the next level. And you're on the ground, on the same level as these guys were hanging from the chandelier. Was that your last position?
Yeah.
Or then at another point, you was just like behind a curtain, just like peering around slightly.
Inside a suit of armor.
It was like, tunk, and they lift up the visor and just watch him as they go past.
And then spend 20 minutes getting off the suit of armor and putting it back.
I sleep here now.
I have made a horrible mistake.
I thought they smelled bad on the outside.
If you're talking about knights, then yes, they do.
Yeah, so you have the sensation that someone's walking around upstairs.
Okay. If it's not coming towards like the stairs, coming downstairs, I'll just like keep an ear on that. Keep an ear on that. Or maybe I'll go investigate. Hey, I'm going to go investigate.
Okay. You're heading upstairs?
Yeah, I will creep.
Roll it again now, please. It's been a
I'll
while.
creep slowly.
Do it slowly.
I rolled a 19.
Was that...
Ridiculousness, I think.
Lots.
I just want to know what the really good numbers are.
It's like 32.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
What? I got a 13 stealth.
Oh, you get double proficiency.
Yeah, that's
Don't
one of
you?
my double proficiencies.
That's bullshit, by the way. That's just ridiculous.
Hey! You can do magic. Shut up. Shut up, wizard.
Damn right I can.
You want to know? You want to see the magic that I can do? Well, you can't because it's a stealthy thing. You don't really see that. It's sort of the opposite of.
I can
It's
do
real
magic.
subtle.
I can do magic in the bedroom and in the boardroom.
Really?
I don't know.
Do you really do either?
No. I actually got fired from both.
By the same person.
I made my girlfriend read Excel spreadsheets and tried to fuck my boss. Damn it. Other way. Good Excel joke every now and then.
You broke Ryan.
Yeah.
I hope you're happy.
It's got to be at least once an episode that Ryan gets broken. Okay. So yeah, you start sneaking upstairs. You can hear the sound of those footsteps, and they're heavy and purposeful. And then you peek your eye sort of around the corner, and you see, and you're familiar of this person. You see the Burgomaster and his two hounds, basically just like at heel beside him, just like.
How's my stealth check work against hounds?
Well, unless they're shape-shifting harpy hounds.
Harpies.
Ryan's like another encounter.
I'm good.
Harpy hounds done.
Yeah. There's if you want that ginger beer that I opened to mix with. He hasn't opened on there.
You sort of peek around and you see him sort of walk along, and then he sort of just turns and just starts pacing back the other ways. You recognise him, and he's got a stern look about him. This time he's looking genuinely worried, and he's just sort of walking away. And the dogs sort of just stop and still sort of looking in the direction they were looking. They were walking before he turned around, and this one starts like sniffing at the air and there's like growling.
Hey, they prestidigitationed me. They told me that, so the dog shouldn't be able to smell me from here. Apparently, I smelled quite bad earlier.
Moving on.
I will, as quickly as is keeping composure, back the fuck away from the dogs.
Okay, you start to back away, and one of the dogs sort of stands, and the other one starts to sort of like pace towards where the staircase is, and you just hear from down the hallway. You just hear the Burgomaster is like, "Hey, to me."
I was hoping for a Burgermeister voice. Apparently, I really struggle with voices.
You don't struggle with voices. We're just shitty and give you a complex about it. It's not fair, but it's also pretty funny.
You hear sort of this, not a whimper, but just like a little dog whine as it sort of is dragged away from something that was getting its attention, and you hear this just sort of fade off as it starts to follow the Burgomaster.
All right. With that, I'm going to head back towards where these guys are. Mm-hmm. You're like still investigating that hunting lodge room.
I mean, I was standing at the door waiting for him to finish, so however long that takes you, I don't know.
I think I'm pretty good here. I'm going to take a minute to poke the eyes of the paintings. You never know. Yet every now and then, you never know. Just like
poke a hole through the painting, or just poke the eye like
like just try to
Like,
yeah.
ow!
Fucking knew it.
I'm trying to do Lenny.
My eye. That's a good Lenny. That's pretty.
Was it? I don't know whether you're just like trying to build me back up so I start doing voices
was
again.
actually a decent Lenny. That was a decent one.
All right, yeah. So you sort of poke at the eyes, and it is just oil paint on canvas.
Yeah, all right. Give the painting a shit look behind it just to check and make sure. Yeah, like you never know.
You sort of shift the painting, and you can see where just like the
It was a load-bearing painting.
Really, I'm scratching that.
you move the painting aside a little bit. You can see like the wallpaper on the other side of the thing is like a little bit more bright and a little bit cleaner than the sort of the build up of like smoke grime on the walls.
Gross.
And just
Like my grandmother's house. Yeah.
everything's just tacky all the time with people smoke inside. It's not great. Yeah, so this is, it's not a bad piece of work, but it's a little bit creepy. But it's just an oil painting on canvas.
Yeah. All right. I'm content with that. I don't feel the need to either burn it or worship it.
Those are your two responses to a painting?
Well, that's how you
I
have
was
to.
As far
waiting
as
for
I'm
you-
aware, like in my real life as well, as far as I'm aware, that's really all you can do.
With art.
I was half
art,
expecting
yeah.
to leave, and like I would give a sideways glance at the painting, and you've drawn like a little mustache on it or something. Or
Fucking roll investigation, dude. You can't just say that you saw that. You need to.
all right, you ready to go? All right, so there's one door left, and then there's the end of the hall.
You got two because you've done the dining room and the den, and then up ahead there's another two either side, and then there's one at the far end.
Isn't this the? I thought this was the third one.
In the hallway, you've only done two rooms. There was the
okay.
parlor you went to came off the foyer itself, and then in the hallway you've
sorry,
done
I
two.
forgot we weren't.
It's a
in-
mansion.
okay,
It's
yeah,
going to have
yeah.
many, many rooms.
I forgot we didn't start in the hallway. Okay, cool. All right, then the next one. Then yep.
Left or right?
Left.
Left.
You'll die. Everyone dies.
Okay. You open up this room, and there is.
An entire squadron.
This room contains 4 simple beds and an equal number of plain wooden trunks.
Is one a hard bed and one a soft bed and one that's just right?
It doesn't work when there's 4.
Oh, well, there's 2 that are just right. I don't know. 4 wouldn't. All right. But no obvious people inside,
Not currently.
and no obvious exits other than windows.
There is a window on the far side, but no, it doesn't.
All right, clear. I'll guard. We'll do the same tactic.
Let's have we got beds and we got trunks.
Yep.
And other than that, is
There's
there...
just a small, there's like a round table and a few chairs in the middle of the room.
How big
as
are
well.
the trunks?
6 foot?
Well, yeah. It's just if they're smallish trunks, then they're going to be smallish vampires. So I'm not going to care too much. Whereas if they're bigger trunks, then they
Think
could be
foot
big.
lockers.
Okay. Yeah.
So vampire feet.
Yeah.
Vampire feet, yeah.
Yeah.
So they just keep their feet.
Yeah. Well, they're just tiny dwarf vampires in there.
That's ridiculous.
That's funny.
Only the taller races become vampires.
Yeah.
I really need to have a dwarven vampire in this at some point.
Or
Great.
a
Maybe Strahd's a dwarf.
or a halfling.
Yes.
A halfling vampire.
With a stereotypical Scottish accent in this land. Ark. Hey, what can I do for you? No. Apparently, you just bolstered my confidence a little bit, and now I want to do accents.
Good. Get practicing on your stereotypical Dracula impersonation. You're gonna need some Bela Lugosi shit going on by the time we get to the end of this. Just know. Just like look, like don't worry about any of the others. Just work on the Dracula one. We need the Dracula one.
I mean, you could always just do a Keanu
Can't
Reeves
finish
thing
without a Dracula one.
and not try.
I can't finish without the Dracula voice. Gross. Okay.
Too far? Not far enough?
Definitely not far enough. Just keep going. We'll tell you. We'll tell you when to stop.
We'll let you know when you've taken three massive steps past the line. You were investigating, yes?
Oh, yeah. Like just a 17 on the roll for
Okay. You
looking
start
around.
picking
Does
through.
is this obviously like what am I getting the sense this room is for?
You're getting
like 4 beds and
you
footlockers?
get the,
Seems weird.
You get the sense that this is like staff or servants' quarters.
Okay, servants' quarters.
So it's yeah, it's not well appointed or anything like that. There's enough there for them to like sleep and store their clothing and so forth, but there's not a lot in the way of luxuries.
Yep.
You even sort of carefully open up one of the foot lockers, and inside there's just like a couple of changes of like household staff clothing, as well as some civilian clothing as well. Doesn't seem to be anything of sort of major worth. Just some basic sort of like wooden jewelries or some simple metals.
I wasn't going to steal anything.
I'm just trying to give you the level of wealth for these people.
No, I'm just saying I wasn't going to steal anything because there wasn't anything to steal. You just said it. If there was something valuable, oh my god, I would have stolen it. Are you kidding? Yep, cool. Okay. I'm not worried too much about this room. This looks like
Looking around it, 2 of the beds look like they've been slept in like within the last day or so. 2 of them look like they've been unoccupied for probably a week or so at least.
Okay.
Like it's just like a little bit of dust has started to build up on them. Like they have not been slept in.
Okay. Noted. At some point, they've lost some stuff. Perhaps through nefarious means.
Why are you talking like that?
I don't know.
It's the only way you can talk when one is stroking a beard.
I think I'm having a stroke. Help me.
I smell toast.
Why are you laughing?
I am dying of a brain accident here.
This is how I go.
Surrounded by friends laughing. It sounded so nice when the gypsy woman said.
Playing games with laughing friends. That does sound quite nice. She didn't say it was you guys, though.
Well, she said friends, so you know.
Yeah. Fucking
She
mislead on that one.
She may have lied.
Game of Thrones prophecy there. Like, yeah, I guess, maybe, but also no. No, not even accurate.
Because subverting expectations.
Shut up. Shut your fucking mouth about expectations and any kind of verting them, sub or otherwise.
Too soon.
For those listening at home, the final episode of the final season is tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, it is
Tomorrow.
Yeah, wow. I don't even care anymore. I don't even care. It's a thing. Like it's a box checking exercise. I'm gonna watch the last episode, sure, but
I
other
don't
than
think there
that,
was anything wrong with the last episode.
It's okay, you can be wrong about things.
are you in character right now? I don't get it. Graham the human isn't a fucking idiot, so what are you saying right now?
There's a whole other old podcast of this. But we got to kill some dragons and some dungeons and kill some
Some dungeons, explore some dragons.
sexy.
Sexually.
Holy shit! That's basically what the finale was going to be for Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Sexually. Oh God, what are we doing? What even is this fucking anymore?
So, with your sort of interest peaked on the ones that are the beds that have been sort of unslept in, you start looking in the foot lockers of them. Inside one of them, there is a sort of neatly folded up waistcoat vest, and like not a cravat, but just like a nice tie. A jacket is sort of hanging up on a hook nearby, and the other one there is not sort of the garb of like a maid, but more of a servant to one of the a direct servant to one of the ladies of the house. The garb looks a little bit sort of. It's made to look better quality, even though it's still cheaper fabrics. It's meant to be someone that's allowed to be seen with.
Yeah.
The
So
lord
like a butler and a lady in waiting.
The actual term I've got written here is lady in waiting.
There we go. I don't know shit about shit.
You've watched Downton Abbey.
I've watched the shit out of Downton Abbey.
I've not watched Downton Abbey. Should I watch Downton Abbey? No.
Yeah, the butler did it. Don't bother. I have not seen a single episode of Downton Abbey. Is it a murder mystery? I have no idea.
The butler does it. That's what that show's about.
Oh, it's one of those. It's a period thing with a lot of fucking.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I mean, not really, but okay.
Have any of us actually seen it?
It's a room full of guys that play D&D. Like, no, we don't watch Downton Abbey.
I actually have.
That is not a Venn diagram. The crossover. Really? Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
It's delightful. Fuck you.
Is he McKellen in it? He seems like he would be.
Pretty much every other English actor from the last 10 years is in it. It's like watching The Wire.
Yeah.
It's like watching like TV shows and going, oh yeah, that guy was in The Wire. It's like any English actor is like, oh yeah, they were in Downton Abbey.
Yeah, okay.
Half of Game of Thrones was in Downton
Yeah, I
Abbey.
was about to say, it'd be half of Game of Thrones and half of Harry Potter. Because those are pretty much... That covers all the English actors in the world. We're both... we're in all of them. We're in both of those things.
I can see that.
Yeah.
What are you doing now that the dogs have
Oh, you
left your trail?
I don't know. I'm half thinking that Wick has gotten bored with this little game that he's been playing, and he just walks up to Ulrika going, "Look, I'm here too."
I mean, to be honest, how long would we have actually taken? I don't see it taking us that long to actually having done all this.
I don't know. It's been about 3 fucking hours here.
You got somewhere you got to be, buddy?
No.
Okay. So you are meeting back up with the other two?
Yeah,
It's just
yeah,
like,
I'll do that.
all right.
So I was watching you guys back. The Burgermeister's upstairs with his dogs. Thought you should know.
Oh, painting.
Yeah,
Painting dogs.
that tracks.
Yeah.
He would have dogs.
Yeah, he's got dogs. Didn't see me, but it was close because his dogs.
What? Dags.
You like dogs?
Oh, dogs.
Dogs. Yeah, I like
yeah,
dogs.
I like dogs.
In system, I assume at some point, I would know how hard it is to fight dogs, wouldn't I? Or I don't know in this system how the stats of a dog. Like, are they hard, or they would would I consider them?
These are hunting dogs, so they could be a little on the vicious side. They are also trained as defense. So you're talking like
But they're
a mastiff.
You fought wolves before.
Yeah, and their teeth are unlikely to get through. First of all, my armor, and then probably my scales and things. So
I think that's probably like attack rolls. We have actual mechanics for how that works.
yeah, true. Yeah.
But you fought.
That's a
wolves.
puny villager. He can't hurt me. Rolls a 20. Oh.
What is this? Why? Ow. Yeah, you've fought wolves a couple of times now, so a well-trained dog.
Yeah, I know.
They're more dangerous than wolves. Right? Is that just me? No?
Chihuahuas are nasty.
Yeah, fuck those things.
I don't know why everyone's giving me a look right now.
Okay, all right. So in the past 10 minutes, we've established that you could kill a chihuahua, and I'm not sure what else the fuck we're doing right now.
Well, okay, yeah.
All right,
A couple of other songs. Then you saw that painting. They look, well, it was a painting, so they could have been like beefed up a little bit, but they look like a couple of big, mean-looking mastiffs.
Cool. All right, next room.
All right, cutting back across the other way.
So what are you guys doing?
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Hi.
I was watching your back. You know how it is. Getting that bonus paycheck for Above and Beyond. So I was sort of scoping out and keeping an eye on your six.
Oh, that was not something that was agreed to.
You're not getting paid for this.
No, it's part of expenses. Well, that was agreed to earlier. Don't worry about it. We'll sort it all out later. It'll be itemized in my account later. So what are you doing?
Meanwhile, you're having this conversation in the hall.
We're deciding what the biggest dog we can fight is. Apparently, we all got high at some point. And we were sitting around talking about how many 10-year-olds do you think you can fight in one go?
Quite a few.
Dog-sized 10-year-old or 10.
You guys are having this discussion in the hallway.
No! Don't do that to us. Don't do that thing where we're fucking around so much. You got to punish us with, like, the whole town comes in because you guys have been doing it for 20 fucking minutes. That's not okay. We're hurrying up, quick.
You hear this sort of bell sound, just like a little, like a small bell.
My childhood fear of bells.
I read your flaws. Now I'm going to put this one as a joke. Hate small bells. It's like, ha ha!
Oh, he wet himself.
That's a hell of a Pavlovian response.
I really like that one.
I laughed too hard at my own joke.
And we're back. Cool. All right, let's go.
Okay, you hear this this small bell ringing. Just sort of, it sounds like it's coming from the room that's at the end of the
The one we haven't checked.
one of the two that you haven't checked in the hallway. This is one of the. If you went straight down the hallway and through the door at the end, it sounds like it's coming from there. And you hear this sort of sound of like the sound of like pots or pans or something like being put put down onto a table, and it sounds like a serving tray being loaded up. You just hear the sort of the clinking of various bits and pieces. And the
I say
sound
kitchen. That's the kitchen.
and then you
So the bell sound is coming from a different room to the
Pots and pans.
pots and pans
Oh,
sound.
this is also from that room.
So coming from the same room?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. I ask Wick, that the kitchen?
I mean,
I mean,
yeah, that's the kitchen. That's it's certainly in a kitcheny type space.
You start
We're
hearing the sounds
in
of,
the
like,
hall right now.
Yeah, you're in the hall. So you start hearing these like hurried footsteps sounds coming from that same room.
Like duck into a room, like motioning everyone duck into
Which
a
room
room.
are you ducking into?
One of the ones that we've just come from. Yeah, like the
servants one?
not the servants one.
Okay, so you're going to backtrack a little bit and either go into the den or the dining room?
probably the den, I would say. But
Yeah, all right. Not serving room, not servants room, and not the dining room. Yep.
Okay. So you're going into so we should say
It's going to be the den.
den?
Den.
Okay. So you hurried into there, and as the last of you sort of duck through the door, you hear the kitchen door sort of open up, and you see this. Well, actually, anyone peering around?
Like I imagine we went through that door and sort of like closed it, like just a crack, and just sort of peering through the gap.
Okay, so peering through the gap, you see this person sort of in sort of like a maid outfit. So the
All
black
outfits are made.
Sorry.
All outfits
Oh,
are.
boo,
Boo. Yeah, boo. Keep
Boo.
going. Just ignore it. Keep going. Past that one. Just step past it.
Well done, guys.
Step past it. Keep going.
And you see
Fuck you guys too.
You see this person with this little laden tray. It's just got like a teapot and a couple of teacups and saucers on it. And they sort of hurry past the door, and you just hear them sort of stepping up the steps, heading upstairs, and you just hear these. Then above you, you hear this tuk, 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 as they pass on the level above you.
So we know there's at least one servant. Have you been here before?
Evil.
Of evil. Yes. Have you been here before? This house?
No, I've never broken and entered into this place. That's not something I'd do.
But do you know the layout?
Do I know the layout? I don't really know the layout, do I?
You may have busted into a couple of parts of this place before, but you've never really had a good sniff around.
Hey, so I think you took my question in good humor a moment ago and didn't really answer. What are we doing here? Like, what are we doing here? You're fucking around in rooms right now.
The paladin has detected there is evil in the building somewhere, and I am of the opinion that the burgomaster is a shit, or under some sort
And
of
then
thrall.
the Burgermeister came in and told me to check out the house.
Like standing like shoulder to shoulder with Ulrich facing you. You know, like the junior burgomaster who asked us to check this place out.
Right.
Moving on.
Oh shit, that's too funny.
Well, mate, like the burger, the
Master is the one we should be using if it helps.
burgomaster is upstairs. Maybe we should go upstairs instead of pissing about in the servants' quarters.
Well, we're checking to see if there's any evil around.
okay.
There's really no guarantee that it is him, or if it is him, like I think maybe leave that until last.
Yeah, if there's more than one, like he could have minions, we may need to make sure all the minions are disabled.
And if they're not, we'll make them that way.
That was implied.
Snap. Ah, fucking wheelchair for you, buddy. All right. On to the next one.
Hey, there's only stairs up to the second floor, so they're screwed. Yeah.
Sorry, I was picturing like the movie, the yellow minions in wheelchairs. It made me happy for just half.
Because if they'd been around, they would have followed Hitler. I don't see why people think, like, how would they not have?
Oh my god, that's the entire point of those things.
Yeah.
Right? They're
They're there to
minions
follow
of, like-
evil.
Oh god, okay.
And if they had been around during the World Wars, they would have been on...
Canonically, they were. Like in the beginning of one of the movies, they are there through time.
Yeah, the Minions movie. They skip like
A
that
whole
period.
pile of more recent
Yeah,
history.
they were like, oh yeah, they followed all of these evil people, and then they were
Like-
magically away for some reason.
because
And then,
it's funny to say that they were like Genghis Khan's entire army.
Yeah.
Because that was hundreds of years ago, and who cares? But Hitler, that's not history. That's
Yeah.
just awful.
Yeah.
So okay. all
Yeah,
right.
they would have committed. They probably have committed war crimes.
crimes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Those things are fucking horrible.
Also, they're not funny.
Yeah, they're really not.
They say banana though.
I
So
got
can
about halfway
I.
through the Minions movie, and I'm like, why am I still watching this? I've blown out all the yellow capacity of my eyes right now. Everything I look at is green.
That was one of those weird Q rating things. Like I watched the first Despicable Me. Is that the I watched the first one of those. It's all right. Yeah, it was all right.
Yeah.
I like the kids in it and the
Not
groovy
enough to
guy. There
base
was
a
there was
movie
something to that.
off,
Sure. Like, I did not come away going, the little yellow fuckers, man, I'm all in on that. I want to see a season's worth of that shit. Not something to go to me.
Well, yeah, but that's your take. I think
That was my take.
the merchandising grosses probably told a very different story.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
you
yellow
don't
was
come
the-
across a lot of Gru dolls.
No, you don't.
Because I'm pretty sure there's
No.
some sort of
Like,
like
no
eye-poking
Yeah,
hazard.
like no other character got any sort of fucking coverage after that. Like the kids didn't. You don't see any dolls of those. It's just the little minions.
I've heard a thing about it. Apparently, that script, when it was going around initially, when it was being shopped around, it didn't have the minions in it. It was just the story of like the Gru and the kids, and that's what that was about. And then when they were making it, they just went, "Hey, put these in it. We need like a toyetic marketable thing. We need the Shrek babies for this thing." So like they just put the minions into the movie after the fact, and that's what they did for merchandising.
Yeah. And then made a merchandising movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's a Shrek baby?
That's a thing. In the later Shrek movies, they have babies.
Wait, what?
There's like a lot of little Shreks. Little Shreks.
That's right, because there's a new movie coming out of that, isn't there, I think?
You're talking about like a previously screened movie already had those. That's new. So I obviously haven't seen. I'm not up to date on Shrek.
Yeah, you don't. There's no reason for you to be.
No, it's
I watched the
babies,
first
so-
one, and it was fun, and that's it.
It's all right.
Yeah, there were like 5 more.
I know. So, shall we D&D?
Yeah.
So what podcast are we doing again? Are we not doing the one where we sit around talking shit about
Shrek.
pop culture reference and Shrek? Yeah, we're not a Shrek podcast.
Oh,
you know what we
wow,
could do?
Mike Myers got large, didn't he? Sorry, keep going. I'm just looking up Shrek information.
Okay, so yeah, you're talking about just heading up and dealing with the Burgomaster.
Well,
upstairs?
that's what I think we should do.
Ulrich?
I'm happy with that. We can go loud. We've been going stealthy so far. We can take this loud.
Does that actually make any sense to you as a character, or are you just bored and want to get in a fight right now? It's fine either way. I am just checking.
Burgomaster's one of the-
I'm not really sure what you're accomplishing, like creeping around right now.
There is a sense of evil in this place, and we don't know what it is. We're not like going to the Burgomaster and say, like, go to the Burgomaster and then do what? Like, we're gonna go find the Burgomaster and go, hi, we're in your house.
He's kind of evil, right?
No. There is no indication that the Burgomaster is evil. There is an evil presence in this house. He may actually be the victim of evil.
But in your
If
position,
you are under the impression that we know the Burgomaster is evil, that is not the case.
Well,
There is an evil presence. There is an evil presence in this house.
Well, he's certainly a prick, is what I'm saying.
because him and his constabulary are the ones that have basically run you out of town.
It's a bad Burgomaster. But yeah,
I mean, I'm perfectly happy to take the fight to him. I've said on many occasions.
You have been since the day you heard there was some sort of person in charge that wasn't you.
Yeah, and I think he's doing a bad job. So but I will leave it up to smarter minds than myself to make that.
all minds.
Yeah, to make that.
My horse,
Just say mine.
all smarter minds, including my horse and sword.
Oh yeah, I forgot my sword is smarter than me.
Well, okay. Other than like, we're kind of bored doing this room to room thing, I don't really see any reason why we wouldn't like clear the place out before we go and do the thing. So let's just do that.
I mean, yeah, if
quicker.
he does have, even if he doesn't have undead minions, any minions he has, if they come to his aid, are evil and therefore should therefore be taken out first.
And also there is so far no indication that he is actually evil, other than you don't like him.
It could just be an underling that's evil. And is trying to infiltrate the place. So investigating down here.
Burgomaster Jr. Yeah. Corporal Fillet of Fish. One of the McNuggets.
All right,
Damn.
you guys are in the den.
Well, I mean, do we want to? I'm my way of infiltrating a place is to walk in and kill everything. So maybe for someone who's actually useful or good at taking
Maybe we'll make that
Seeking
we'll
through a
make that
place.
plan B.
Okay, cool. So I'll follow your lead on how we...
Finish clearing out the rest of the rooms, one by one.
All right, let's go.
We got like a couple left on this level, and then we can go upstairs and immediately get rumbled by
Dogs.
ducks.
Okay, cool. So we'll get that kitchen area next, I guess, because that was the last... No, there were two more.
Nope, we got 2 more. Kitchen, now that we think that it's probably unoccupied, may as well get in, give that a quick sweep while we know that the one of the people is upstairs. See how we go.
Okay. So you head back out into the hallway, looking down towards the end. The door to the kitchen is now open, and you can just sort of see like a little bit of like a little bit of haze in there, just from like a wood fire. That's the cooking sauce, and you can hear the sound of just like pots and pans as someone's like clanging as they're stirring something. That's about what you can catch from that.
Do you want me to take them out?
No,
I think
Okay.
it's a cook.
I think it's probably a cook. We'll taste the food before we decide if they have to die.
Okay. I'm going to assume that an evil presence in the house probably wouldn't just be sitting there stirring in pots and pans. So I'll leave the divine sense. To
No,
it.
unless the evil presence was like a really bad meatloaf, then I think we're fine.
Look at the stew and there's eyeballs floating in it. And, oh god!
Okay, next room.
Are you actually going to have a look in the kitchen, or are you going to?
Well, I mean, that's up to them. They're the ones who would do the searching. I just stand at the door, so...
I'll search. Carefully.
Sneaking in?
I'll sneak in. It's a good one.
Yeah, it's a good... Let's face it, unless it's a 1, they're probably going to be good ones. Yeah.
Like, other than a crit fail, you were like a
Rolling a 2 is
Still a 15.
a 2 is a 15, so you are either like crit fail or you're good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Let's see, what can
pretty
my
good.
stealth get to?
With disadvantage, don't forget.
Yeah.
Okay, so you sort of sneak in, and
You want me to roll an investigation?
So I'll just give you a bit of a feel for what you see.
Paint a word picture already.
You sort of tiptoe your way in, sort of ducking down, but about counter height, into a pretty well appointed kitchen. There's like racks of pots that are hanging off the roof, and then like a series of different cooking implements like ladles, spoons, a whole pile of sort of cooking things.
Cookery.
Yes, there's a large wood fire range that's in there. There's a little bit of smoke, just like filling the room up from the fire in there. And standing in front of that with his back to you is this guy wearing sort of black smock with a white apron over the front of it, just like stirring away at a large pot. Just busying himself every now and then. He just like turns quickly and like grabs like a handful of ingredients and throws them into this pot and just like stirs them. And you just hear the clanking of like a metal spoon inside a copper pot.
Is it a human?
Human.
Is it somebody that I would recognize from the town?
You've probably seen them around. Yeah.
Does it smell like food or something?
Smells like some sort of like a
Evil.
beef like a beef broth.
So not some kind of hex
There's
or
not like a metallic taste in the air,
Spell.
like from blood. Or...
It could
Spell
be evil
cauldron.
beef broth.
evil broth. Okay.
Yeah, there's like hints of like rosemary and like there's a lot of sense that you don't tend to get a lot of these sort of flavors out in sort of with the commoners.
So a different kind of evil then. The evil of capitalism.
This is going to wind up with you eating the rich, isn't it? I mean, you said that jokingly, but now the character's going to slowly lean that way as you go, and the end result is just going to be like you eating the rich. I love it. I'm on board. I'm not saying no. Just clarifying.
The cook.
Sorry, just like the eating the rich, the Burgermeister. I'm loving it. Yeah.
Yeah, all right, there's something there.
At one point, he sort of turns around and comes to, starts walking towards the counter that you're hiding behind, and just sort of like sort of leans down on the other side of it, and sort of reaches into the open shelves that are there, and like pulls this like I was going to say plastic container, but plastic wouldn't be in this world. But It's actually like a storage container
With a human heart in it.
still beating.
Kalima, okay. All right, weird flex.
Nothing weird here.
He just pulls this out. He's got a bunch of like carrots sort of laid out in this container. And he's just like, he quickly gets one. Is like, this guy is fast. He's just like slick. It's like quickly peels it and like chops it up. And throws a couple of carrots worth of chopped carrots into this pot.
He's a decent chef. Maybe we should hire him
For what?
to be a chef.
That's navigator. I don't know.
Man, like, not to derail again, and this isn't going to be funny as like a second time around, but me and Kelly are walking through the city today, and there is a place that obviously they hire chefs, and the place is called like Chef Hire, chefhire.com.au. And we're walking past, and out of goddamn nowhere, she comes out with, "That's surefire employment." The fuck was that? Chef hire employment.
Oh, I like it.
Oh my god, that's the cleverest thing you've ever said. Who are you? Have a sit down after that. That was good.
Break up immediately.
Just made me love her more.
All right, that's what you see.
Is there anything for me to investigate the nature of this situation? Can I read this bad situation?
You can try, but
I got a 15.
okay.
What's going on?
What you see is a guy who looks massively understaffed. He is hurried around this kitchen to the point where he's like throwing things around. He's looking flustered. This kitchen looks like it's been set up for multiple staff, and he's by himself.
So you are seeing the evils of capitalism.
Okay. I'll creep back out and just sort of relay that they're short-staffed in the kitchen and there's...
Underpaid, overworked.
And then I will relay that, the servants' quarters is half empty. It looks like a week or so ago they lost like the butler and a lady in waiting. It seems that the staff have either disappeared or abandoning their posts.
Or been eaten.
Or being eaten.
I mean,
Or being eaten.
okay. Has everyone else read ahead in the book?
I have.
Is there? If this winds up being that a harpy is eating people, I'm going to be pissed at you specifically. All right, it's fucking cheating.
One thing you do notice is there is a staircase off to the southern wall.
Through the kitchen.
That was within the kitchen. That looks like it leads up into the second level, but most of it's like it's just sort of deteriorated over time and poor maintenance. There's like a bunch of like a couple of broken rungs and so forth. It looks, which gives you the indication that this would normally have been like a servant access to the upper level, but it's fallen into disrepair. That's why you saw that maid having to go through.
Oh. That's why you see the maids rather than
They just sort of all of a sudden appear.
Yeah.
On the far wall as well, you see like a series of like long cords and little bells.
I've seen Downton Abbey. I know how it works.
Is that some sort of murder mystery?
Where they fuck, yeah.
A fucking murder mystery.
They all fuck, and then at the end of the episode, like a Frenchman says, "Who done it?"
They all did.
Yeah, they all
just
did
watch.
each other.
There was keys in a bowl.
That's a thing, isn't it? That's got to be a thing somewhere.
Was there ever actually a thing? I don't know where I got this from. Was there ever actually a thing
Orono.
that if you're at a fondue party,
Orono.
Oh. What?
I don't know what that is.
He's making Perot and porno into
making
a portmanteau and a
Yeah,
Perot
there
and
you
porno.
go.
Yeah, well, that's a hard one to say. That's a seashell.
That's
So I'm not going to try that again.
Sorry, you were saying.
You were going to say
Oh, I
something?
don't know. If you're at a fondue party and you dip in the bread and the cheese and the bread falls off the stick, something bad happens. Something bad sexual happens to you.
Oh yeah, you got to pull that bit of bread out of the fondue set with your anus.
Alright, I don't think that's true. I think you just literally made that up just then. What? For no other reason. I don't think that is like completely fucking off message.
I mean-
I just think the mechanics of that is so poor that that's clearly something you made up right now.
What?
Anything other than your anus, I would have believed. That just seems like the worst way of accomplishing that goal.
Well, anything else tends a little bit more gender centric.
It's also like,
That's actually fair. I'm the one being problematic right now.
it's also hot cheese.
Yeah. Don't drop the fucking bread. There's 2 rules in the world. Don't drop the soap in prison. Don't drop the bread at a fondue party.
Because
both are going to have a lot of pain in your ass.
in prisons you get raped. Just for anyone who didn't know.
Okay.
It's a horrible, horrible system and probably shouldn't be joked about. But keep going.
That's actually very fucking true.
Shit.
But it's joked about in even kids' things, like
Yeah.
kids' cartoons and yeah.
Oh boy. So you're in a kitchen.
Worono.
Just-
Get it?
yeah, okay.
Better times. Before that conversation when I made this fun joke.
I'm just like thinking, I'm never gonna smuggle Beardy McWizard and Dragonface McGee past his cook without him seeing it up those stairs. So
And plus those stairs are not great.
I could probably do it.
You probably could.
I could probably do it.
You probably just climb along the wall.
Yeah, like a
He's got significant weight in armor. He's got significant weight in...
Hey. Fucking finish that sentence,
Hey,
buddy.
How high are the
decades of
stairs?
decadence.
How high are the stairs?
Pretty good.
I could maybe jump it. You don't. How high are the stairs? I've got good athletics.
The element of stealth might go away at that point, though.
Guys, there's stairs. There's
The other stairs, the actual, good working stairs.
Yeah.
I was just contemplating it.
Oh, yeah.
It was a piece of information that hove into my view, and I was considering it. And now I'm moving on. I'll come back to you guys, and I'll sort of relay the situation.
Cool. All right. Next room.
So the last room along the hallway is the one that you hadn't checked out yet. You crack the door on that one there.
It's full of spiders.
Skulls.
How did they get in there? Just how?
We never did find out how those skulls got in there.
You never will.
Final moments of the Strahd battle, about to plunge the stake into his chest. Like, one thing to say to you: how the fuck did you get the skulls in the room? Was there a hatch? I mean, it's going to be disappointing, but at least it's closure. Was it just a hatch?
Multiplying skulls.
Yeah. Thinking about it, they actually teased that in season 6. It wasn't just shitty writing because
No, it
they
was-
referenced it a season ago, so
Yeah.
it's fine now.
now it's just subverting our expectations.
Something tastes bitter.
Oh, that's me. That's all me.
Okay, so opening up this last room on this level, you see white sheets covering 2 plain wooden tables in the center of the room.
Ghosts.
Ghosty tables.
It's covering tables. Ghost tables!
Who you gonna call? A carpenter.
They had unfinished business. They hadn't finished holding stuff up.
Neatly arranged atop of one of the tables is a complete set of polished silverware. On the other table is covered with wicker baskets that contain these sort of turnips and beets that are sort of just beginning to like moulder a little bit. They're just sort of starting to deteriorate from just sort of sitting idle.
Actual silverware?
Oh boy. Yes, actual silverware.
I mean, I'm guarding the door, so, you know.
You
Also, you're good.
You're a paladin.
Hey, no, this was just me asking. I'm guarding the door. I don't know what's going on.
I'm going to steal some of that silver.
yeah, but no.
It's basically like, it's just like forks, knives, bits and pieces of that are all sort of.
That can be melted down and given to a toy maker.
I'm going to steal that silverware.
All right. You've got like a whole pile of like bags that you sneak stuff off into, and it's sort of set up with like smaller compartments so things like this won't rattle while you're moving.
You put it in the bag that's also got the Burgermaster's silverware in it that you stole last time. You're like, hey guys, full set.
I finally got the little spoons. Look, as you're sort of doing that, amongst these wicker baskets that are laid out, you see just like little parchment scrolls that have been parchment papers that have been written on it, talking about the Festival of the Blazing Sun, which is a festival that was run about a week or so ago.
That wasn't one of the many festivals that we.
It was
is
one
it
of the
one
many
of the
festivals that
we
you
encountered.
ran into.
Yeah.
It was
Yep.
it was the one before the last one.
Yeah. Okay.
It was the one that
what are
they
they
were
saying?
taking down the signage for when you guys got into Valaki.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, yeah, this is a good one.
How's it going? Kick off? Yeah, you really got into that one?
Oh, I could tell you stories.
Well,
And
I
they
think I
will.
was around. I was here for that, wasn't I? My character.
You would have been,
Yeah.
There was a burning of like a wicker effigy. There was like feasting of things within the town square for the main event in the middle of the festival. Aside from that, you did. Wick knows about this. He knows of people that have been carted off over time for. I think the term was malicious unhappiness.
Malicious.
We need to
I
look
think
up.
you guys have. I think someone here has seen. It might have been when you were scouting out the Burgomaster's house the first time round. You saw guards bringing in someone, and they were being taken in for malicious unhappiness.
Vaguely, yeah, something like that. We need to look out for Nicolas Cage.
I get it.
What? I don't. I'm going to need help on this one.
Well, there's burning of wicker men. Like,
Okay.
Is
I don't know if this is like pulling back the curtain, but Blazing Sun? Is that you? Is that your flavour?
no, that's actually the name.
It's not a Blazing Swan reference?
No, that's actually the Blazing Sun is the name of the festival that I've actually got written here. Because I think the one that's following on was something about a wolf's head or something along those lines. I can't remember what they are.
Festival of the Wolf's Head.
It's also something. It's also another name that it's actually in the text here.
Okay.
But yeah, it looks like some of the supplies for the festival before last didn't make it out to the actual festival proper, and have just sat here and just sort of rotted essentially
So he's stealing office supplies. That's pretty evil.
from himself.
Yeah.
That's the worst kind of crime.
Yeah.
A bad one.
Dumb crime.
That's what Bruce Wayne did in all his movies. Although he did it actually through his company rather than himself. But yeah.
That is one. Bruce Wayne is a bad businessman.
Yeah. You didn't know. From the Dark Knight trilogy, like that, yeah, he was the worst businessman in that.
I mean, he's objectively misallocating company funds.
Yeah.
He should go to prison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be one of those resort prisons where
For
they
the
send, like,
worst crime of all, misappropriation.
But this is also the same. He lives in the same universe where in the third movie they some masked men attacked the stock exchange, and then just all of a sudden the next day, shares in Wayne Enterprises plummeted, and no one asked questions. He just lost all of his money because, for some bizarre reason, masked men
Are
attacked the
you
stock
saying
exchange.
that The Dark Knight Rises is not a good movie?
This is a hot take, guys. This is a beloved
There
trilogy
are-
of movies.
Because I'll remind you, that movie had, like, Tom Hardy Bane, which is the greatest thing ever captured on cinema.
I'm not saying the entire movie was horrible. I'm just
That was my Tom Hardy Bane. What'd you think?
That was real good. I think that
I'm
was
just
pretty
saying,
much
like,
what
so
happened.
he had his
I'm teleported, especially when you're wearing that jacket.
Right,
It's really got the look
He
going.
had his back broken. He climbed up after miraculously
Spoilers.
after
That makes some amazing waveforms, by the way. That is incredible.
I actually think
it's just a blob
not
of
enough
noise.
time was spent talking about that voice either. I'm not even being sarcastic. I really do mean not enough time was spent. Like, everyone made fun of it and then kind of moved on. I'm still going like, no, wait, though. What the fuck was that?
yeah, because in the movie they're just like, yeah, that's just the thing he does. Like, there's no
Like one day at a table reading, Tom Hardy's bored, like, I'm gonna talk like this. And the director's like, yes, you've really locked into something. I want that energy. Like, are you serious?
Everyone else is like, they're gonna redub him over in post, right?
That's Tom Hardy.
We got a
He's
Darth
gotta
Vader
it's Tom
situation
Hardy.
going on here?
He's got to have shit on his face at some point. He's got to have something over his face. That's weird. Okay. So yeah,
I've already what are we doing?
I really enjoy
I've
sitting
already
around talking
forgotten.
shit with you guys. I feel like we should play D&D one day. Or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
You wanna, play cards.
The,
Get a
oh,
game
that's
going.
right, the Wicker things. All right, yeah. So what else is in this room? Do we get?
There was parchment with something.
it was just basically written like little notes about the festival of the blazing sun. Mostly directions of where some of these baskets and everything should go off to. Most of them is basically like scrolls on them, just saying like cent. Essentially, it's like a small paper trail, like a receipt trail of where bits and pieces that have been made here are meant to go.
Yeah,
And a couple of them, for whatever reason, didn't.
I'm going to read through those, and we don't have to play it out, but there is an amount of looking into that. And why is I really put off by all of the festival shit and the enforced happiness?
One thing you do notice,
I'm wondering if there is
each of these parchments are got the instructions, and one basket of this offering should go to this area, signed for by X person, and each of them is signed off with "all will be well."
That's still creepy as shit, though.
And the two that you got here, one of them was destined for an area in the sort of nearest to the inn. It was for a family group, and a little note there at the end. The base has been handwriting on there as just scratched through, and just dissenter releases unhappiness. And then this basket of supplies is still sitting there.
Yeah, okay. All right, I'll pocket that one. And that's all that I do. That's someone else does something.
I'm still just guarding the door, waiting for you guys. So
Okay. You fine? Are you rattling at this point?
No,
No, I'm good.
No. All right. You're on stealth already.
it's basically just got
right.
got everything sort of parceled away and puts a
Oh,
line.
you've got padded pockets, don't you?
Yeah.
On the inside of your cloak, you've got padded pockets
For sneaking.
for sneaking, for sneakily taking things.
He wears sneakers for sneaking.
Is there anything else of value to like nick in this room?
Any more silver?
What's your opinion on Wicca?
I'm not a fan.
Then no.
All right, we can move on.
All right, last door.
There doesn't seem to be any.
Well, the last door was the kitchen. That was.
There doesn't actually seem to be any evil in this room, unless you consider somewhat spoiled beats to be evil. And I mean, that's a fair assessment. Really.
All right, so the only thing left is to go up the stairs.
I was riffing. That was funny.
Yeah.
Fucking
I liked
stepping on my
Yeah.
cheese for.
Was it though?
That's not a saying. That's just something that you said. It's
Why-
good.
Why,
I'm
why,
going to
do you,
use it.
why are you picking my cheese up with your anus for?
Because you got to bear in mind, you're not going to get the bread with your anus. That's not going to work. Not only is it going to be painful and gross, you're also not going to be able to do it.
And you're not going to be invited back ever again.
Ever to any fondue party in the universe.
And here's the way you get out of going to fondue parties.
Put your butt in the fondue.
Oh no!
After you've already lost bread in there.
I dropped the bread. Oh no! Well, I guess this is happening.
From there on out, like all of your friends get together, have these parties. You're never invited. They just sit around talking about that thing that you did. They're like, he picked up the bread with this. Like he brought the fondue set as well.
That's a weird thing.
It was.
We were just going to play bridge.
We were playing cards, and he brought the fondue set, set it up, dropped the bread in there, picked it up with his anus, walked out. We haven't seen him since.
I guess
It
I
was
can
the
never
weirdest
come back.
Like, we'd love to see him again. We're so worried about him.
I think he's having an episode.
Thank you for building on this narrative, disgusting narrative that I brought.
Yes,
This,
I
this,
brought
hy-
into the world.
this hypothetical situation has had more
It's now been
details.
fleshed out, and
You got to build
I feel like I need to see like a whole movie based around this. This could be called the fondue incident or something.
What about these dragons?
Yeah, what about this dragon? Yeah. What about this evil? It's going to be an evil fondue set.
Okay. Heading up the stairs.
Yes.
All right, so the only things left on this floor are the two guards at the front and the one Jeff. So that's I'm just listing our
Only thing
potential enemies.
Yeah.
You want to kill the chef?
He's not really a threat. It's more the guards I'm worried about. And they would probably notice us reinforcing the front doors. So,
Let's go upstairs.
all right, let's do that.
Okay, so you start making your way down the down the hallway towards back to the foyer area. As you approach, are you stealthing?
Yes.
Yes,
It might be best to send you ahead, and then you can come back and get us. Like, yeah.
So yeah, you sort of sneak forward and start making your way up the stairs, and then these two sort of follow along. And as you know, you're upstairs looking down, it's like, as you guys start walking towards the stairs, the two guards from the outside the outside the doors sort of walk in. It's like, big fella, how long are you going to be spending in here? Hang on. Who are you?
He came in through the front with me.
No. You came in with Izek.
That was a human of some kind. I don't really remember. Is that not you? I thought you came with me.
Because you came in as Izek, I believe.
Then who are you? If you're not Izek.
I'm having like an existential moment right now. I forget who I am, who I was, or anything that happened.
Just an old man who wandered out of the retirement home.
Where's my pills?
I mean, that might be worth a go.
Is it time?
Where am I?
Is that the angle you're going with? You are an older gent at this point, aren't you?
I am a gentleman that has seen some years. He has some years under his belt, along with other things.
You talking about dicks? And the other things under your belt.
Oh no, buddy! Oh no! No, I wasn't.
Okay.
No, I wasn't.
Okay. So I thought.
Yeah, you did. For some reason, yeah, you did.
No, wait.
There's been a tone in this
You.
session. I don't know.
Dragon Man, tell me what the fuck's going on.
Is he trying to intimidate me?
No, he wants to know why the hell
Okay.
you're in here with someone who's not Izek.
Do you work here?
You talking about? I work with you. We're friends from work. Do you not? You okay? I worry about you sometimes. I really do.
Trying to give you the, like an out there.
Oh. That one was on me there. My bad.
Should we go loud?
Isaac told us to come here and see the Burgomaster. I walked right past you.
Izek came in with him.
Oh, hang on a sec. Yeah, okay. Sorry. My bad. I know what happened. It was this. Turn invisible.
Sword out, attack.
No.
What did you do to my friend?
Yeah.
Comes back. I was... You know what? I have my invisibility on.
As soon
You know what?
as you click and go invisible, they both like bring their spears down. They're like looking around the room.
you like both of you guys like launch for it. I like come back like whoa, guys, Jesus, we're on the same goddamn side here. Hey, look.
They're both
Buddy?
both spears pointing at you.
It's all good.
Like they're like a foot or two away. Like the points of these spears are at the point where like one good lunge and they're going for vital organs.
It's all good. I am. Look, this one's on me. I am real sorry. I am. Was it? As you can obviously tell, I often aid the party by being the invisible one. Sometimes I forget. Who sees me and who doesn't see me. I apologize. We work together as part of a team. Isaac asked us to come here and check out the situation with the Burgomaster. I did not realize that I was invisible when I nodded, my dude. I nodded at you, and I am real sorry that you didn't see me. I really fucking forget.
You know what? That makes perfect sense.
Thank you.
You think that was a good idea coming into this into invisible into the Lord's mansion?
To be fair,
I should just stick you
he's
with
a
this just for
master,
being
not
dumb.
a lord. But
Honestly, I get that a lot. I'm sort of the dumb one in the party.
Has Izek done everything he needs with you? Like, have you had your discussions?
he climbed out a window. It was really weird.
He's just successfully just undoing every one of your licenses.
He told us to wait, and then he climbed out a window. What do you think of that? It was really weird. We were just going upstairs to see the Burgomaster, Master, whatever his name is, and because we've been waiting here for like 20 minutes.
Picturing
Right.
Wick at the top of the stairs, like behind a pillar, just being like,
One turns to the other one and is like, right, you go with these ones. I'll keep an eye on the door. You make sure they get in front of the Burgomaster, and then once they're done, get them fucking back out of this place.
Yeah, and when Izek climbs back through the window, I assume he's going to come back through the window, because why else would he have gone out the window? Ask him why. Like skulls in a
He's just looking.
in a confined space. Why? Like
He just looks you like directly in the eyes, like, I'll do that. I'll ask him why he climbed out a window.
Yeah,
But
it's
for
really
now,
weird.
let's get you a meeting with the Burgomaster, and then get you the fuck out of here.
Probably for the best.
One of them sort of... Actually, yeah, no, I've already rolled this. Probably should roll the dice at some point on that one. Because apparently this is the thing. What are these things?
That dumb
borrow
shit
some
that
of
Trevor
mine?
said was above reproach.
Do you want to borrow some of mine? I have a bunch. I have lots of them.
I
if you
had
want to
more
borrow.
than that, and then it lined up in front of me, and I didn't think for a moment at any point there I should use one of these to make this.
I
random
specifically
encounter.
picked up my dice waiting for you to tell me to roll initiative, so, you know.
Well, after that, I don't think initiative was. But yeah, one of the
Putting the
guards
dumb
basically-
in dumbstruck on that one.
one of them sort of like backs out the door and just like, you know, keeping an eye on you two the whole time. And the other one just sort of like stands there next to you, is like, right, up the stairs.
I think your friend's a little bit suspicious. And then I walk up.
Everything that you two are doing is suspicious.
It's a nice thing anyone's ever said about it.
Perfect sense to me, but okay, let's go.
What's your plan? Because you now have your employers, I was going to say comrades, coming up the stairs with a guard involved now as well. And they're already a little bit skittish.
I'll stay hidden. I'll hide. I'll hide.
Where are you hiding?
Fucking hide. Is it like a curtain or a...
Yes, it definitely is. There is long silk curtains that sort of cover in front of like this leaded glass window.
I'll go behind the curtains.
Okay.
I'm picturing like sneaking along behind you guys.
Okay. So yeah, you see these two sort of marching past you. They're basically sort of like eyes front, trying not to give up your location, even if they knew where that was. And I don't even know if they know that much.
I'd appreciate that.
And right behind them, with the sort of the spear's not like ready to stab, but it's at a point where it will be very quick to get to ready to stab stage. And there's just sort of marching behind is one of the guards from the front door.
You know what I feel like I need? I need like a blackjack sort of thing to like cold clock people with. Seems like a very thief thing to have, but I don't know how that will be modelled in game terms, and it's just attacking someone to knock them out sort of thing, and it seems very powerful.
Yeah,
So,
there's
no.
not really a lot of mechanic for that, like a completely non-fatal attack.
I'm trying to figure out if I can grapple him without making too much noise.
Jesus, you guys are punchy. The guy's doing his job.
From your
Yeah,
guys'
if
position,
I
this is the
if
first
I
time
do a
you've been
grapple
upstairs.
attack and I aim for like if I aim to basically have my hand over his mouth and then just hold on to him and then maybe like kind of choke him out. But could that be
Let's call it aggressive hugging.
yeah? Is that a like? Can I do that just as a grapple attack? Like I can't really think of how to do that.
Yeah, I'm good with that, if you want to try and do that.
I mean, I was just saying, like, hypothetically. Like, I wasn't planning on fucking attacking this guy.
Well, I mean, I'm not killing him. I'm just kind of making him unconscious.
You just wanted to discuss all the ways that you could potentially do
I
that.
just like having options. I'm just asking questions.
Keep your options open. Okay, well, you
I just
guys
feel like-
kill some innocent person. I'm just gonna.
I'm not killing him
I'm sorry, specifically not killing him. Just like he's gonna die.
because is non-lethal damage a thing still in this system? I can't. Yeah. So like if I have my hand over his mouth and then like basically choke him out to unconsciousness, I figure. So is that a? Do you want me to
Why are
roll?
you doing that though?
Because we've still got to search the rest of the area.
Okay.
So is he going ahead of us or
He's behind you, so you'd have to turn around and do this. So if you
alright.
want to do that,
Let me think how to do this. And he's still got his.
I mean, he's at the ready for you right now.
Yeah, okay. I'll wait until he gets in a position where, like, if he stands in front of us at all and there is no one else around, then yeah.
This wouldn't be like you getting a surprise round on him. If anything, like if you turn to do a thing at him, he'd get a surprise round on you.
Yeah, no.
he's ready to go. He's going to put a.
Yeah, I was more
he's
thinking
gonna
if he
point
was
us-
ahead of us or even next to me, I would basically just do that. But if he's behind us, then that's not going to really work. So, okay, I'm going to wait till I can get in position and then I'm. It's not really. I guess it's kind of readying an action without actually being in combat. So, but that's pretty much what I plan to do. Okay, so
He's marching along a hallway that runs along the southern wall. On your left hand side, there you see like the occasional window with like silken drapes going over the top, that are covering them up. Up ahead of you, you can see this narrow staircase that runs down the southern wall. You can see it's a little bit darker, and you can hear just the sounds of just like rattling of pots and pans. You can make out the kitchen sounds down that staircase, but it looks a bit rough. They've tried to put like a bit of a drape in front of it, but with the breeze and everything that comes through, every now and then it moves away, and you just see this sort of poorly lit, pretty shitty staircase. As you're going along, a hallway branches off to your right hand side, and the guard sort of goes, wait, turn right. It points you in the direction. It's like, we're heading out there.
I do that.
Yeah.
Look, we're heading up to the library. That's where you're going to be meeting with the Burgomaster. And they sort of march you up, and then you have a doorway on your left hand side, and he's like, all right, stop there. Just turn around and face me. And he just sort of gets turns his spear, and just with the butt of the spear just knocks on the door 3 times. And from inside you just hear this voice. He's like, enter. And he sort of just like pokes the door open with the spear. Right. The guard just sort of with the spear sort of just waves you inside, and then follows him behind, closing the door behind you. This library, floor to ceiling shelves line every wall of this windowless room. And a number of books contained here is nothing short of astounding. There's a brass oil lamp sitting atop of a large desk in the center of the room. Why you slightly vibrates. The chair behind the desk is comfortably padded and has a symbol of a roaring bear stitched into its back cushion. Standing behind the chair, holding an open book, is a bear of a man. He has a breastplate, rapier and silk tunic, and greasy beard glisten in the lamplight. Resting on the small rugs on his left and right hand are a pair of large black mastiffs.
I have a stupid question.
Yeah?
He's not an actual bear, right?
No. This is not Sir Barrington.
Is my divine sense noticeable, like when I do it, or is it like...
I imagine you light up a little bit, like your eyes like flash or something like that.
Okay, then I light up. I'm going to do a divine
That's how we
sense.
see you anyway.
No.
Just
Like,
You just light up the room.
you light up a room.
There's just sort of something about Ulrich, you know?
yeah. Well, that's what happens. I am okay. Apparently, I'm doing an API error.
It's impressive.
Wow. You got to roll for that, man. You can't just say you're doing an API error.
Yeah, I'm going to do a divine sense.
All right. And that still just gives you there's evil in the area, but it also does fiends and undead, correct?
Yeah.
And you get the location on...
If they're not hidden.
Okay. Definitely not undead, but there is evil abounds.
Okay. You apparently have that in you.
Is it like? I mean, yeah. I guess there's no difference in like amount of evil from between here and like where we were before. Like, there's There's no real sense.
Unless there's a particular evil part of sky a little bit, another 15 feet higher up that you didn't get into the range of before.
Yeah. Okay.
Evil clouds.
A particularly evil sparrow flew past.
hey, ravens are apparently were-ravens are a thing around here, so there could have been a were-sparrow.
My mistake. Sparrow.
So this guy isn't necessarily evil. Well, okay, he's not undead or a celestial or a demon, basically.
He's still outside. Okay, cool. I can do this with you. I don't think you get a particular. I don't think your divine sense gives you specific people. It just tells you evil in the area. Correct?
Unless they are undead, fiend, or celestial.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is
It's
none
not this
of
guy.
the above.
Okay.
All right.
So he's not that, but he could still be like a shit. He could still be like a bit of a dick.
Oh, I assume he totally is. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That doesn't give you like alignment. You can't tell.
I
that he
tend
is,
to
like,
say it's not him.
Okay.
Don't look at those dogs, though. He sort of starts stepping around the table. He's got his hand sort of like just gripping the hilt of the rapier, just like marching around with the air of someone who is, like he's high up. He is, a landed lord. He's.
So he walks around a lot like me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, it's sort of like for like a little bit, yeah. He steps around and is like, Filson, what have you brought me here? He's referring to the guard beside you. He's like, and the guard's response back is like, Izek apparently has allowed these two to talk with you. Seemed a bit odd, but he did say that.
And then he climbed out a window, which I feel with his hand would have been quite difficult to do.
What business do you have with Izek?
Well, now I'm wondering why he's climbing out windows. It's just weird.
So anyway, I'm more of the talker in the group. My lord, do you know who we are?
You would be the out-of-towners, would you not?
We've been called.
No,
worse
we're
things.
actually in the town. Like can't you see us? Like we're in front of you, in your town. We've been here a while now. I thought you knew that. That was weird.
I am.
Chips as a kid, right?
I'm also putting this on a little bit just to piss him off.
My lord, if it doesn't,
If you don't mind, Sir Paladin, I'm going to direct my attention to this one.
we find it helps to avoid idioms with the idiot.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Maybe
Is there a third member of your
Is there
group?
anyone else I can talk to in this party?
Why has Izek directed you up here?
So the town's under siege. Obviously. Okay, get into that. That's not a good situation for anyone, including yourself. Clearly, the barrier of protection that was shielding this town has been eroded, and he's asked us to investigate.
And I sensed evil in your house.
Clear. Okay.
It's a thing I do. It's a thing I can do.
And the loud paladin also detected some evil in your house. Which at this point, I really hope isn't you.
I don't think it's you.
Well, up until very recently, as far as I'm concerned, you lot rocked up. Everything was going along fine. We were having the festivals. Everyone that was embracing embracing happiness. Those that weren't, well, we dealt with those. And then you lot, you two,
Really good way to run a town.
and your friend with the cart and the face.
Friend's a strong word, but I get what you mean.
he does
Rock
have
up,
a
and
face,
now
yes,
everything
and
is-
a card.
And now the church is attacked by vampires. The coffin maker is apparently in league with these. All when you arrived in town.
If you don't mind, I'm just going to take a minute to roll the dice to try to work out if you were lying or stupid. You cannot possibly, honestly, be under the misapprehension that what you were doing was helping in any way. I'm actually going to roll to see if he is like. Am I getting...
I thought that was like you just saying that in character as
Yeah,
just a fucking cold ass thing to say to somebody.
I'm
literally
going to pull this out of my pocket to see this. This is a D20 miraculous thing. This.
Damn. Well, I'm not detecting any lies on that one.
Oh, it's not great.
But no, that was like that. That much was aside from the dice roll of it. That much was out loud, trying to understand. Like, okay, are you in league with evil and trying to pin this on us, or are you just an idiot who thinks that what they were doing was helping and thinks that it inevitably failing is someone else's fault? What you were doing did nothing. Strahd is now done leaving this town alone. That's no one's fault. It's just what was going to happen.
He sort of puffs his chest up and is like, I assume in your travels you don't make a habit of insulting the lords of townships, because I can't imagine you would have gotten this far had you been doing this.
You are making
It's actually kind of a thing.
you're making
I
some
do it a lot.
wild assumptions about who I am as a person, my friend. I'm actually just really, really good at it and also getting away. I have Dimension Door, so I'm fine.
The pals is sitting there by himself like, beans. Two dogs and a Burgermeister. And a guard.
You got it, buddy. You got it, buddy.
I mean, I've already looked at this and gone, all right, I can do
well,
that, yeah.
I can take dogs.
Yeah. Since you,
Dogs love me.
as far I am following the evidence, before you guys got here, things were working. We weren't under attack. Then after that, we were. And
Evidence.
the evidence is, when you weren't here, we weren't under attack. When you arrived, the church was attacked. The coffin maker was found to be a treasonous member in town.
Yeah, we did find him. Yeah, you
Again, I'm connecting the dots.
You're
here.
welcome on
Yeah.
that one. Yeah. We found that out for you. So you're welcome.
Members
I
of
think
my
the
staff.
Burgmeister might have a point.
You know what?
Maybe it is you fuckers.
Wow, maybe it is us.
I can see
Members-
you coming to that conclusion while you're outside, just being like, yeah,
Just listening in is like, you know what? They're fucking spot on.
Like, thinking about it, like, everything was fine on Wednesday. Everything went to shit on Thursday. So, Thursday is the culprit. You goddamn idiot. That is a very special kind of reasoning you have there that in the greater world is called specious.
Like, even Izek's been acting strangely in the last few days. Seems happier for a change.
Yeah,
It's
his hand.
For him, happy is a weird circumstance. As much as I'd like everyone to be happy, he's never been one to be happy.
Yeah, he's got a
And-
weird sort of incest thing. It's a whole thing. Yeah.
By which he means that we reunited him with his long-lost sister. So he actually has family and is happy now. So when he says incest, he means... Well, look, I don't know. Maybe he just means...
When
He
he
does
says incest,
have-
he just means happy.
He does kind
Is that where you're going with this?
He does have a very kind of incesty vibe.
Yeah, look, yeah, okay, he does. Well, look, we were wrong about the toy maker as well.
And while I have you here, what have you done with my staff? I can only assume you...
Why are you like waves frost? I'm like, this one's mine. I found this somewhere else. This one's mine.
And you accuse me of being an idiot.
I do.
Just out of curiosity, if you think I was going to attack you, do you think I would do that subtly?
I'm assuming this is an intimidation thing, yes?
I mean, it wasn't, but sure.
Because it feels like it is.
Throw one of those in.
Because I was actually genuinely asking, like,
What is Wick doing, by the way?
I was picturing, like, after they were being led up there by the guards, he's, like, crept along up to that doorway and is sort of listening at the ear at the door.
Yep.
Maybe peeking through a keyhole.
I got to 18.
18? All right.
I wouldn't bother. I mean, I don't even know who your underlings are. I wouldn't bother attacking them. I would take you out.
X-nay on the aching tay.
With that, you hear sort of the sound of like metals, like the rattle. He's rattling his. Well, I was going to say rattling his saber, but it's rapier specifically. He's rattling his sword in the scabbard, and the two dogs are sort of like sensing the aggression in the room. Which
Yeah,
is-
you probably should have done that already. But
the two
yeah.
dogs sort of get up and just start stalking around the side, like one each around each side of the desk, and there's sort of like they're down, like heads low to the ground. And there's like this slight growl. It's just a slight baring of teeth, not full on aggressiveness, but enough to sort of start putting the. And he's
it is a shame, though. I quite like animals, and the fact that you're going to let them die is a little bit upsetting.
You would dare raise a weapon to the lord of this town?
Is that a joke? I mean, I don't have to yet, but if you're going to stop us...
You can hear this pretty clearly outside, because neither the Burgomaster or Ulrich are of the low volume level. So you
Or
can
the
hear
backing down type, really, either. Yeah.
you also hear the sounds of like footsteps from the room that's directly behind you. There's you're listening in the door there. There is another doorway, basically opposite side of this hallway. You hear footsteps from that room coming towards the door.
Can I move around to a position like next to the door where they open it, they won't necessarily see me? Is that...
That's a possibility. You like press yourself against the wall and see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay. So you press yourself against the wall. Roll me a stealth. I'm going to need you to do that one now.
Oh, dear God. 30-something.
Okay.
It's 30.
So you sort of press yourself against the wall.
Not only do you become the wall, you were always the wall.
That's a natural 20. A recent renovation of the wall, maybe.
Yeah.
You snuck in as a plasterer one day. I just never left.
The door opens up, and you see a hand on the handle. It's this gnarled hand, spikes coming out of it. And you recognize that hand straight up. It's your good friend Izek. And he
Okay.
sort of like flings the door open and starts walking.
Sort of edge more back into my hiding spot.
He sort of
Kick his ass.
walks towards the library door, and he's got his hand on the handle, and just sort of listening to the conversation, and just listening. Then starts to turn the handle and head on in. What do you guys see? Basically,
Yeah, all right, cool. I like a decision was made. Then a choice was made. Okay.
What?
All right.
I did
That's
pause
fine, that's fine.
pause for effect to see if you were going to whether you're going to jump him or not.
Wait, you guys, I'm not that kind of rogue.
I get that reference.
From your guys' perspective, the library door has opened up, and well, you both recognize him. Izek has stepped in. He's surveying the room and is looking around. And is like, "What the hell's going on here, boss?"
Hey, buddy. How you going?
If you could kindly talk some sense into these two to stop it from just kicking off into rolling for initiative, this would be...
What are you doing here anyway?
Why did you jump out a window?
these are all good questions, and we're definitely going to get to you and your window nonsense. But right now, the larger question is...
What?
Yeah, and what's with his underling, his deputy guy? Like, he told us to clear out the house. There's evil in the house. If you're part of the evil, we'll take you out too. But if you're not, you got to help us because there's evil in your house. Seems like the kind of thing you want to get rid of.
You taking a bump on the head in the last few days?
Constantly.
You know what? Recently, no. Recently, surprisingly, no. This is a paladin. This is a paladin, and being a paladin comes with certain knowledge and abilities. It's ridiculous, I know, but they do actually have some skills and talents beyond that of the rest of our mortal kin. There is something evil in this place. Izek, look me in the eye. Do you know of it?
He sort of looks at you and then looks over to the Burgomaster and is like, "My lord, what's your take on this?"
I'm not talking like a bad time. I'm not talking like people being mean. I mean evil. There is evil in this place. If you aren't what it is, then it's probably coming for you.
Just trying to figure out if my sword knows what can detect evil, but I don't think it can.
There's a dark presence in this house.
Soon to be a haunted house, maybe.
It depends how many guys Ulrich kills, I guess.
And how well he cleanses their souls in the process.
Hey, there's already haunted tables.
The tables? Oh fuck!
It was a tablecloth. It was literally actual like ghosts in the world, and he's like,
So, if we're done posturing,
Are you ever done posturing?
you either are going to stop us from destroying whatever evil's in your house, or you're going to help us. Unless, I'm up for a bit of exercise.
he does make a very good point. I mean, the only people that would stop someone from destroying evil is in league with it. So, like, are we on the same side or are we not? When'd you get your dogs, by the way?
Raising from pups. What of it? I don't know. I've got the wrong voice there.
What are their names? Just out of curiosity. Oh, you don't have names for them? Oh, sorry. I figured they would have names.
Sasha and Misha.
Sure.
Oh,
Is it?
It's pretty good.
Is that?
It's from
It's not
some-
Rexar's pets.
Misha is one of them.
Misha is one. Anyway,
It's from something.
sure. Sasha and Misha. Oh, let's go with that. You find it? Did you?
I'm going to find it.
I think it's Borat and the angel from Supernatural.
Misha Collins. Yeah, you're right.
Such a very good. Yeah.
Okay.
Would you need a minute? It's fine if you do. This is getting real fucky.
So yeah, if you want to stop us, you're welcome to. I'm up for a bit of exercise, but
And he just looks over you two, and then looks over to Izek, and Izek's like, "My lord, these men helped me reunite with my sister." And he turns to the in response to Izek, he's like, "They're also the bearers of the ill tides that have been plaguing our land since their arrival."
otherwise known as the only people doing anything in town, but okay. Call a spade a shovel, I guess.
I guess I have to ask you this one question before I come to my final judgment for you two.
Bruce.
Shoot your shot, Burger Dude.
His name's Bruce.
Hail Hydra.
If we don't try that every time we talk to someone, we just leave it shit on the table at this point. Hell, Hydro?
How would you rate your happiness?
I don't know. Are we about to get fighting? Because I'm pretty happy.
Why he's like rocking back on his heels at this point? Like, I'm doing good. I'm actually doing real good. All told, I'm doing real good.
Do you feel that you have brought happiness to this village, this township, with your presence?
Wait, you
Or
said
have
one question.
Yeah.
Call this a follow-up.
One question, two parts.
You're not a fucking genie. Listen to his questions.
Would you think you've brought happiness to this township, or do you think you have brought more despair and fear?
Turn to Isaac.
I mean, how do you really quantify? Like, if you think about it, yeah, short term maybe, long term, yeah.
Isaac, I would say that you are the one person in town that we've had the most to do with. How would you answer that question? Personally, I mean, have we brought you more joy than we have despair?
We did save your church, and more people would be dead if we didn't. So, you know, there's that.
We'd also wedgie all those people, but I mean, in our defense.
And wasn't there a guy in a dumping bodies into a river, or was that a different town? I forget.
That was this town. I was actually literally about to bring that up.
Okay.
From what I understand, you also executed a man.
Yeah, he was doing bad stuff.
Yeah, he seemed geez, what's the word for it? What's the opposite of happy? Sad. He seemed like real
Kid
just
murdering.
like just not. He seemed real not happy, and so we
Back at the keyhole, sort of.
Oh, yeah, so he's still listening in. Okay.
He was very kid murdering.
yeah, ultimately he just seemed like a real sort of unhappy guy and was just bringing everyone down. Everyone was just real unhappy with him, and so ultimately, like, you know, he had to go. Do you know what I mean?
And he turns back over to Isaac and he's like, Isaac, what do you believe? Do you think do you believe they've brought more joy to this town than hurt? And he sort of sits back, sort of leans back slightly, sort of looking. Yeah, my lord, I think they have. And he sort of just takes a couple of sort of steps around the back around the table, and you hear the rapier sort of just slide properly back into the scabbard. And he's just like, Misha, Sasha.
Sorry.
Nothing wrong with it. They're good
names.
dog names. They're good dog names.
Yeah.
Here the whole time you were assuming they're both male.
They still could be. That's a good point.
Yeah, that's a good point. And the two dogs sort of like relax a little bit and sort of pad their way back around to the other side. He sort of sits himself down to the chair and is like, so, bringers of joy, why are you here?
Have I not said that multiple times already? I feel like I've said that multiple times already.
What's giving you the idea there's evil going on here? You say you sense it, but I'm slipping into Isaac.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. I ask my god to tell me if there's anything evil nearby, and he tells me.
No
And,
idea of who, where.
Yeah, it's a bit vague on that.
Seems like a really helpful ability.
It's useful when they're in front of me.
So I don't suppose you've got any idea of what's going on around here then, since you guys reckon you've been the saviors of so many people in this town?
You mean to the town or into your house?
Both. Either.
Well, your town's on the
In our
sea,
defense,
isn't it?
we've only actually been here for, I was going to say like 8 minutes, but actually on the clock it's probably been about 2.5 hours at this point. So, but, you live here. How about you tell us? Certainly seems that you have half the staff that you're supposed to have. What happened to the butler and the lady in waiting?
How do you know they've gone?
Because they're not here.
How do you know they've gone?
We were
'Cause
looking
they're
around your house.
not here.
We looked around your house.
It looks over you as like,
Your underling told us to look around the house for the evil, so we started to do that.
You can get mad at us for doing it, or you can take the information that we've provided you. That's
Yeah,
really
he looks over at Izek. Why are you doing this to me, Izek? Why have you got these guys investigating the house?
To be fair, it wasn't him, it was your underling. But,
And he just sort of pinches the bridge of his nose, like, who else?
you don't have a Burgermeister? He's clearly your deputy or whatever.
He's saying this one can sense evil, and he doesn't even know he's been talking. That the underling is Izek. Who else is he talking about?
Yeah, I mean, I can paint a beautiful picture, but I can't make a cake to save my life. Like, skills aren't fucking universal. Maybe not the sharpest spoon in the drawer, but can literally sense evil. I feel like we're really getting hung up on this. Like right now, I mean, let me be very, very clear. Let me be very, very clear. In a very objective sense, there is something in this house right now that is quite literally evil. It's here, right now. I'm not talking about at some point in the past a bad deed was done, or in general people in the area are mean or not nice. Somewhere right now, this gentleman's very magically God-given senses are recognizing that there is evil here. Options are, it is one of us in this room, or it isn't, at which point we have to go and sort it out. It seems like there is a lot of bad shit going on right now, and we're all quite mad about it, and that suggests to me that we're not in on it. This isn't something that we're trying to achieve. So let's get our shit together and just go have a look.
It's a good thing Nalhak's not here right now.
I mean, okay, that all said, aside from him,
He's not in the room or 30
While
feet
you're sort
away.
of you got your sort of ear to the door or eye to the keyhole, which
It's out of the keyhole.
both. He's just got
Both.
big ears.
He's got it's on a chain.
retractable. You're sort of like peering in there, and you just sort of see this a little bit of movement in your peripheral vision on your left hand side,
What is it?
and you sort of like turn, and you just sort of see this sort of gaunt face like peering around, looking at you, and sees you turn to look at them, and just like ducks back, and you just hear running.
Well, that's fucking terrifying.
Well, I mean, it ran from him, so...
When you say gaunt face, like inhuman sort of face, or just a skinny dude?
Skinnier dude that looks like he probably should sleep more than once every fortnight.
Oh my god, it's an incel. Oh no! I'm not prepared for this.
Well, I did say evil.
Yikes. Kill it.
I give chase.
Okay. So this is all happening while you guys are having the backwards and forwards argument
Yep.
inside. You You give chase, and you've got reasonable speed, don't you?
It's just regular.
Just regular speed.
30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30.
You make it around the corner just to see like just the feet at the back and like the backhand as they're sort of running, basically heading back around the next corner, which basically turns near where the stairs that busted up staircase into the kitchens go. It then turns a corner to the right and starts heading northward.
All right. I'll keep on chasing. I guess.
Right. You sort of pass. You pass 2 doors on your left and see just a door up ahead of you. Sort of like as you come around the corner, you see them slamming shut. So run down that hallway. Like one door on your left, second door on your left, and then up ahead is the door that you saw that was just beginning to swing closed when you came around the corner.
Wick's a little perturbed with all this talk of evil in the house and seeing that. But he'll run up to those doors that just slam closed. Mm-hmm. Sort of like get up to the side of the door. Mm-hmm. I'm just what I'm picturing, and just tell me how reasonable it is he sort of they open outwards or inwards?
This one was opening inwards.
So like stand to the side and sort of like turn the handle and like push it open while he's still like not in, like sort of to the side of the door sort of thing.
Roll a new character.
And that's a serious end for Wick.
Series wrap, cool. It's been great, guys. I'll get the big thing of flowers. Take the bows.
Okay, so you're sort of standing off to the side. As the door sort of like creaks, sort of hinges open and creaks slightly, you just hear the sound of like another doorway like slamming closed.
Okay, is it still well lit in there?
It is reasonably well lit in that room. You can. It doesn't look like you're looking into a dark room.
Okay.
Yeah, but you sort of like look to the side, so all you can really sort of see is basically where the door's swinging open. You can't see much of into the room currently.
Okay, I'll head into that room.
Okay, you are heading into what looks like a master bedroom. It looks time worn, but the furnishings and everything looked like they were quite splendid in their day, but they just look like they haven't had the best of maintenance. It's like the 4-poster bed with the drapes and everything around it. There's like ornate sort of furnishings, like a vanity cabinet with the looking glass and pieces like that. A couple of wardrobes with
Is there anybody in here?
not that you can see.
Is there any doors that I didn't come in?
Roll investigation.
It's a good one. I got a 26.
Okay, so you're looking around the room. There doesn't seem to be another doorway out. Sorry, no. I'm lying.
You're a liar.
There is one doorway on the eastern-facing wall up towards the northern end of the room.
Okay. Does it look like the kind of okay, this is a dumb question, but does it look like the kind of door that made the slamming noise that I heard as I opened the door?
I'd say no. But I'll roll that investigation roll that you said, because you literally, you can see a door. You don't need an investigation roll for that. This will roll in after looking for original doors. You start looking around, and just off to your left, off towards the sort of the western side of the room, you just see like the smallest amount of like a pull chain up in the roof. It's pretty well. It looked like it could have just been like some sort of like furnishing or light fixing or something. But on closer inspection, you can tell that that's actually, because you can see the seam lines and the hinges and so forth of like an attic trapdoor.
The Burgermeister's got one of those attic families.
Yeah.
I'm calling
Like,
it. He's got like a.
Otto something. Did you listen to that?
I don't know what
that
this is.
dollop? Like, there's like German or Dutch woman that kept a trophy husband in the attic, and the guy's name was like Otto or something like that. I'd have to find it. It's such a great story. It's so good. The guy's all like, by the time they found him, he was like all hunched over and everything like that. He'd been in there for decades, and he would like sneak down like during the night to get food, and she would visit him during, have him. She would only allow him to come out during the day when she wanted him. It was crazy. It's such a
wild.
such a fun story, but a horrifying one at the same time. It's so weird.
Jesus.
The guy's name was like Otto or something like that. It's such
That is like the guy that had like the family in the basement that he was. It's that, but literally the opposite.
Meanwhile, like this whole thing was like in the attic above her marital bed, and her husband's still alive.
Yeah,
It
she's
was
not like single down there. That would be like, honey, can I go now? No. But why? No. I'm watching my stories.
your husband's been dead for 15 years. Shut up, Otto.
It's one of those things that, like, you don't know how much of it is like urban legends, and they talk about the things where it's like I think it's a thing in Japan where people like live in the attics of people's houses and sneak down, and you see like CCTV footage of just terrifying people crawling out of like holes in the ceiling, and
Cool. New thing to be scared of.
so there might be somebody lives in your house that you don't know about.
There is actually a crawl space above my apartment as well. Between my apartment and the floor up, there is a crawl space. So thanks for that.
The roof space in this place is actually like cavernous. It's really hard to get up there. You have to crawl through the skylight.
I
but
know,
it's-
right?
It's actually episode 200 of The Dollop, and it has Karen Kilgariff from and Georgia Hardstack from My Favorite Murder on there as well. So it was a fucking cracker. And Otto and Dolly.
It's actually Kilgary.
Yes.
Okay, so
Sorry.
So I'm picturing it being like a Wick's like thief instincts are like not that one. That was an attic sort of thing. Pull the chain.
Okay. You pull the chain, the hatch.
I'm gonna get fucked up, guys.
Yeah, we spent like
The
2.5
hatch, like,
hours on
folds.
this, and you find the evil just like
Yeah.
it like ducks out and goes like, "Hey, buddy, I'm the evil. I'm the evil. Look at my gaunt face. I live in the attic.
Come and play with me, Wick. Come and play in the attic. We'll have ever so much fun.
Forever."
Play with us, Wick. Come and play with us forever.
The hatch sort of folds down, and then the little ladder sort of slides out, and heading on up. Yes.
Yeah, I guess. Sure. I'm not really a fighter type.
Okay.
You're gonna be in a minute after you have to roll a new character.
Have you got a fighter roll?
I'm a fighter.
Okay. You sort of like tentatively sort of like poke your head up, like just the smidgen of your eye, like. It's a dusty 20 foot square room. It's got a high pitched ceiling, so this is an attic space. It doesn't have a ceiling. You're looking at the inside of the roof.
it's like a TARDIS.
The wooden
All
rafters
houses
are
are
sorry.
Nothing.
The wooden rafters are shrouded in cobwebs. Except for an old table with a lantern on it, the room is empty.
There's no terrifying creature in here.
There is a door in the southern wall of this.
This place is filled with doors.
More doors. It's gonna be fine. I'm gonna go and walk up to that door.
He's just playing the door game at this point.
It's opening doors. Look, I'm just opening doors here.
Okay.
Again, that's not an idiom. He's just saying shit.
You say something
Hey,
with a
man, I'm just
tone.
opening doors here.
Oh, slow down. There's nothing wrong. I'm just opening doors here.
We're not raiding attics here.
I'm just sit on the flagpole, see who salutes me.
Is this going to quickly turn into a Benny Hill thing where like he's just running through doors and then chasing?
It has got a bit of a Scooby Doo vibe with it.
No, it's Scooby-Doo, isn't it? Okay, we just invented Scooby-Doo. Okay. One of the dogs is going to talk. One of the dogs is going to talk, and the other dog is going to talk in, like, perfect English.
And be fighty.
Slightly higher and a little bit of a lisp. Okay, so you sort of like gently open this door up, and it opens up into a sort of a larger, the larger attic space. It is full of old, forgotten things draped in white sheets. Piled around them are barrels and crates and trunks and old furnishings, and everything's sort of covered with dust and cobwebs. What you can make out, though, is a clear set of footprints and in a path making their way through this sort of chicane of household detritus.
Not a ghost.
I will draw my rapier.
Is it a good drawing?
Boo.
I don't get booed very often, so I'm proud of that. Will it get you maximum points in Pictionary?
So I draw my rapier.
Yep.
Then I follow the footprints. Boldly and without fear.
So you're not rolling stealth?
Oh, I'll roll. Fuck, I'll roll some
Boldly
stealth.
and without fear, but also very quietly.
Yeah, it's a 30.
It's a 30. Okay, so you sort of sneaking along. Every now and then, your foot touches like one of the floorboards, and you feel it like already starting to press a little bit further. So you like step that one extra one over so it doesn't creak. You know your way to sneaking across floorboards. You know.
Across the Nightingale floor. That was a book I read one time.
It's pretty good. The sequel sucked.
What was the sequel?
The hummingbird desk.
I wasn't sure if it had another bird-related thing. I don't know.
I actually don't remember. It was a series of books that the first one was actually real good. It's like feudal Japan.
So the creaking floorboard is
I
that thing they used to
remember
do?
that. It's actually a Nightingale floor.
I
Yeah.
remember that. That's about that's about the assassin. Yeah. I remember that one.
Yeah.
The sequel
Had like a
wasn't-
fun
yeah.
sort of fantasy vibe to it, but in feudal Japan, it was real
Yeah,
good. And then
yeah.
it just like drove straight to the middle of the road. After the first book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to reread that one.
I had the books. I gave them away ages ago.
Yeah. Forgot about
Not a glowing endorsement.
Fair. Yeah, so I do that.
Okay, so you're creeping along. You're following these footprints pretty easily. You do manage to again like avoid the
Nightingale.
nightingale. I was about to say mockingbird.
So that's a different book.
And you reach another door in a wall.
Because where else would you put a door, really?
Fair, I guess. In this one here, someone has carved a large skull into the door. Hanging from the doorknob is a wooden sign that reads, "All is not well." And you can hear sort of like what? You can hear sort of the muttering of like a young man on the other side of the door.
Oh my god.
It is an
Oh my god. It's the evil in the house is a teenager. It's a tween. It's a fucking the evil in the house is a shitty tween.
All right.
And he's gone to his
Oh, it's not
well, Dad.
Son of the Lord says Samantha, keep out. Little sisters, right? There's a pentagram carved in the door, but it's wrong, and that's actually just a Star of David.
Gonna pan back down to you guys. You guys have basically been conversing back and forth with the Baron, the Lord, the Burgomaster, whichever one named
Bernie Meister.
Bernie Buster. Been conversing back and forth, basically just pleading your cases either side on why he still thinks that some of the stuff you've been up to has probably been a little bit less than desirable. Like,
Whatever, man. We're a fucking delight.
you know, frontier justice is not something he really smiles upon inside his inside his township. That's not
I've more than likely also showed my light sword at some point, just because, you know, it's my light sword and it's fucking awesome.
That's what he calls his dick.
You mean in a tense situation with the Burgmaster, you've drawn blades on him?
No, I've drawn the hilt. And then I've gone, hey, look at this hilt, and then gone, vroom, and then like being like, cool. How can I have not? It's me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Okay, so roll for initiative.
that's a defense that'll hold up in court. At one point you hear like a hurried set of footsteps like racing around the outside of the library, then quickly followed by another set, and then the sounds of like slamming doors.
Kids, huh?
And then across the roof of the library, you just hear this, and the little bits of like dust come down from the
You have
ceiling.
really noisy kids.
And you said this whole time, like at this point, like as soon as that starts happening, like everyone's like quiet and just like following the sound with their eyes essentially, and just like,
What's upstairs?
Izek, what the bloody hell was that?
You don't have small children around?
Or large rats? Harpies?
Emo goth kids?
I don't have any small kids. I've got my fool of a son Victor, but
Is he emo?
emo.
Is he between the ages of like 12 and 17?
Started listening to really heavy like music. Wearing black a lot. Got very pale.
When have you met my son?
Let's go. There's no evil.
Is this actually happening?
That's actually happening. Hang on.
This is the most fun I've had playing this game so far. You followed the evil to its bedroom.
No.
Bust open the door, is playing the downward spiral.
You followed it through its parents' bedroom. Where the evil began. The evil deed.
Have you ever heard of this bard called Linkin Park?
It's like about to pull out his Magic the Gathering cards.
My alchemist romance.
That's the joke. That was the joke. We were all looking for it. Ryan found it.
Yeah. Take us to your kid.
Oh, God. So, okay. You have a... Has he, I don't know, been drawing things on the floor or, you know, chanting strange things or... I was going to say being alone and, like, moaning in his bedroom. But that's for all teenagers, really. Let's not too closely into that one.
Started disliking garlic in his meals.
The Baron sort of gets up from the chair and like marches past you guys. Is like, Izek, follow me, and marches out the door. Is like, and you lot, and goes out the door, chucks a left, heads up, and then turns right and like it's like barges through that door and starts looking around the bedroom that he's walked in, and you guys following along, you basically just see him just like pulling books off the bookshelf, like pulling the feathered mattress off the bed, like looking underneath.
Oh, don't do that.
And he says, like, every book that he's pulling off, he's like looking, is like shaking and like looking through. Is like,
Detect magic.
okay.
Yep. All right. So I'm in a room. If there is anything that I can see now, I can.
Okay, so you can still
a faint aura.
you can sense magic, and it's still coming from above. There's nothing that you can see in this room that's specifically magic.
Okay. No. Okay. Fine.
But yeah, the Baron is just tearing this room apart, trying to find anything.
Shit like if someone's under a thrall, is that magic?
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. A vampire wouldn't be magic.
No, but it would be
No,
undead.
but
But
someone... Yeah, but we'd get it with undead. Yeah, you get it with undead.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be... the kid wouldn't be a vampire. But
He
he
didn't
could be
sense
under...
any
And he
vampirism.
wouldn't... He could be under a thrall, but I would detect that with detect magic. Okay, alright.
All right. So yeah, you sense magic up.
Going up. Just up.
This is like jumps a couple of times.
I got levitate.
Ow!
Ow, ow. I did not think this one's
That's what the big point
What is this,
has-
mahogany?
All right. Then jump back up to Wick. Yeah, the door, skull carved in there. All is not well. The sound of a muttering young man on the other side of the door.
He's like cutting himself.
I am going to. Sorry, check a thing on my character sheet.
Are you gonna kill it? Do it.
I'm gonna grasp the pendant that I'm wearing
Yep.
and use a charge of it to cast protection from good and evil on myself.
Yep.
I assume more specifically evil.
Just whatever.
Just whatever. So I do that.
Good, evil, kind of like in
That's
the middle.
evil things have disadvantage when attacking you, is that right? Yep.
And then I will open the door.
Okay.
Protection from good and evil gives evil things disadvantage or whatever.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I can cast it on anyone. It's really good.
I can only cast it on my seal.
Well, the thing is, it's concentration, so it's either I get a choice between that or my armor spell, and so I usually go with the armor one because they're both ways they're +2 essentially.
All right, that ups your
AC by 2.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Then what happens?
Nothing happens.
A thing.
You go
That's what I wanted to happen.
Okay.
Yeah, this is just going to be a
That's what it
story
is.
about
What?
a father who needs to talk to his kid more.
So
I'm not even kidding. If that's actually what this is, that's gonna be so
15.
good.
Door cursed.
15, 21, 24.
We're sitting there getting ready for a fight.
26.
And, like having to take out
You
half the town.
open
and
the
then we're
door.
like-
Kid just jacking off in his room.
And etched within that skull image, you see this rune flash and light up. And just like the whole door electrifies. And you take, what did I say, 25? 25 lightning damage? I think it was 25.
For real? Okay.
Ooh, it's a
The
shame
door
that-
still opens up, and then that glyph just like
I don't think this is a shitty
sparks
kid anymore.
and dissipates.
It's a shame it wasn't me.
Is that a thing that I can do a thing about? That's not an attack, is it?
No.
So what, it was 20...
I think I said 25.
Don't you
Let's
have
go with 25.
like sense trap or whatever the rogue thing is? Detect trap.
It's a bit of an old school.
Ow!
Yeah, basically, like you like crack the door, and the whole door like electrifies. And
Probably should have checked the
Is that not a
traps.
thing anymore?
or investigate.
Yeah, it was done.
I think like you can investigate for traps, but it's not necessarily like a thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because it used
It
to
used
be
to be
just
just
be
like a
rogues
rogue
were just
ability.
there that you would have them and you would rub them against doors.
Yeah, like a rogue on a stick. And just
Like a litmus test, but it's a human rogue.
You always keep a no groam on a stick.
No groan.
Yeah, gnome rogue.
No, he said it right the first time.
No groan.
No groan.
No groan.
That's Latin for
Small-
no rogue.
Small city.
Nogus Romanus.
So,
You know what's really not funny? Making fun of someone when they just like mistakenly say something.
Flopped.
as you sort of bust into the door, you see this, sort of somewhat like gaunt, sort of, I'd say late teens, early 20s male. So like head sort of like crouched over a little bit because he's sort of off to one side of the room. And he's got the lead of the rooftop, and he's sort of like reading from this book, and he sort of looks up to you as he like quickly hurries through the last of it, and then vanishes from sight.
This is going to be hard to explain.
Yeah, the hardest part is going to explain your presence.
I'm downstairs so you can't hear me, but I'm thinking really loud. Shut the door.
I'm going to go in there and investigate what happened in that room. No, I'm going to swing wildly at where that guy was in case he's invisible now.
Okay, roll it.
No.
Wow.
Because yeah, the disadvantage.
Oh, that'd be disadvantage, though. Yeah,
Yeah, still no. Okay, you sort of like because your rapier is drawn over, you like swing at the area where he was in the room, and there's like don't seem to connect with anything. Okay. Looking around this room, you can see that someone's. Well, you can see that he has taken like old mismatched furniture and created a small study in this sort of dusty lamp-lit chamber. There are tables just strewn with parchment. Across them are got like these strange diagrams drawn. There's a freestanding bookshelf holding a collection of bones. There's a dusty rug covering the floor in front of a pine box on which lounges a skeletal cat. Several more skeletal cats skulk around. Most unnerving of all is the sight of 3 small children standing with their backs to you as you go into the northeast corner of the room.
Wait.
Wait, actual...
I have so many questions.
There's a lot of things about this.
Wait, when you said skeletal cats, you didn't mean like a taxidermy thing? Like the
These are
animated...
animated bones of cats that are now
Yeah,
sort of like...
you said skulking around.
Nah, man.
Is that actually something that is actually happening?
Nah.
I can see you've seen all this, and then you're just backing away, close the door, and like...
No,
I'm done.
Fuck this noise.
I'm out.
Yep.
Not getting paid enough for
at this point here, you've basically got these 3 skeletal cats are stalking around the room and now sort of seeing you and like just...
No, I back out through the door and I slam it behind me.
And that wasn't even the weirdest part.
Yeah.
Tell us more about the children.
Oh, that was just like 3 children standing in the corner, but with their backs to him.
Sure.
Okay. This is going to be like
Blair Witch.
Ha ha, teenagers. Ha ha, the things they do in there. Oh no.
The My Alchemist Romance thing is not going to left.
That's not
a thing anymore.
He took being goth and emo way too seriously.
Wick runs back out the way he came.
Leaving a trail of piss.
You know before how he was being like careful and sneaky on the floorboards?
He's not.
Nah.
Okay.
No, man.
So what do you guys hear from where you're at? You hear this. It sounds like a sizzling pop, and then you hear this sort of shriek in pain. I'm sort of rolling back to you. So what you hear?
Yeah.
Is basically Wicker's like ah, as he's basically being slightly electrified. And then you hit. Now you're sort of paying attention. You just hear this sort of like pouring, sort of like this sound of claws on timber above you, and then just the sound of a door slamming, and then just across through the attic.
Yeah, I go, where the fuck's that? We need to get to that. Come on.
Pretty certain. The Baron turns to Izek. He's like, Izek, take these two up to the attic and find out what the fuck is going on. And Izek's like, at once, Lord. And just like, follow me.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you basically, the three of you are just like running. Izek's in the lead. He's got his he quickly like takes a quick left turn to the next door down and is like reaches into his room, grabs his battle axe, and like flings that over his shoulder, and then just like keeps legging around, basically following the path that you did through into the master bedroom. He's sort of looking around. He's like, right there, and like hooks his battle axe against the chain and like pulls that. Actually, it'll already be down.
It'd already be down, yeah.
Like the balcony. That's not a balcony. The attic. The attic ladder is already down. He's like, he starts going up there, pokes his head up as Wick comes running from one side of the room, basically bursting into this small sort of like antechamber of the attic. So yeah, you basically like you run in and like seeing like Izek with battle axe. You can see the shape of the battle axe sort of framing the back of his head as you run along and like, I can explain.
This isn't what it looks like.
What was your surname?
It's
Wick.
Wickinson.
Tarnakov.
Wick
surname is John.
fucking Tarnakov. You little fucker.
Look. This has a perfectly reasonable explanation, but there are skeleton cats back there, and I need to not be in this place anymore. So if you want to like arrest me and stuff,
What did you see? Skeleton cats?
there was
You just hear from
skeleton.
down below. It's like Ulrich is like, did I hear skeleton cats?
I start pushing my way up. I'm getting up there. Like, get out the way, Izek. Go on. Skeleton cats.
There was like a skinny guy who I was chasing after, and he went up here, and then he disappeared, and there were skeleton cats. Look, just no, that's cool. I understand. I'm trespassing on Burgermeister property. Just you can arrest me. That's cool as long as I'm not going to
he
get
started like heavily walking up.
held
the
in
rest of
the
stairs.
like Louis a fair cop. I just not being held in that room over there is all I'm really asking right now.
He pulls his battle axe off the back of his thing and just like points it at you and is like,
No,
Right.
no, you'll get
like-
no argument from
just
me.
like pushing you against with the sort of the blunt top of it is like, right, you need to show me what you're fucking talking about.
I could just describe it really, really well from here and not go back there.
Move.
Fucking wanker.
You two.
This is what I was talking about all this time.
You two down there, up here.
Yeah, come on,
you're
you're in the way.
already-
Yeah,
yeah.
like just I'm trying to get to the skeleton cats already.
Hi guys.
Hey, we got rumbled too.
It's like pointing at you two and then pointing at him is like,
Subcontractor.
You
It
always
would have been easy if I fucking killed you when I first saw you guys.
It probably would have been. It really probably would have been, but you didn't.
How's your
So suck
sister?
it up and let's get to these skeleton cats.
Don't you bring it up right now.
Just saying.
Come on, chop chop skeleton cats.
okay, yeah. So you start at axe point. This is a weird one to say. Are pushed along the pathway.
Yep. I'll, yeah.
So that buzzing noise we heard earlier, was that you? I'm pretty good with the sound of things being hit by lightning.
Oh yeah, you would be.
It smells like burning feathers.
There's a slight sense of like ozone in the air, which is odd in an attic.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you have some sort of lightning thing? That's pretty cool.
I don't want.
I have a lightning
I
thing.
don't want to talk about it. When we get to the door, I'm like, it was that door there. Is it? You should open the door.
He's like pokes you again. He's like, right,
No, man. I ain't touching the door. Look, fucking. Look, ooh,
it's the door or me.
You can axe me or whatever. I'm not
I'll
doing it.
take the door. I go to like kick it in
Why you gotta be like that?
because I like kicking in doors. It's my thing.
All right.
Wizard's like, that looks like a lie. You know what? Never mind. The dragon's got this.
So that's 20 damage, but it's lightning type, so it's down to 10 damage for you because of your immunity. And then just the door is fucking splinters.
Yeah, it does. It does that.
Ooh, chills.
He's like,
It's a good kind of hurt. You know, like deep heat.
It's almost like half my health before from that trap.
How much? Sorry, 10.
yeah. I also rolled well. It's 5d8. It could have been worse.
It's a bad one. It could have killed me.
Yeah. Could have been
Well, no, it probably couldn't kill me.
40
Wait,
damage.
yeah,
could do.
no, yeah.
40
Wait, isn't there? You can't take evasion on that, or that's just a straight damage. Because there are some ones where you can actually take it.
It's usually ones that are involving when you have to roll a save.
Oh, this one doesn't have a save. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Ooh,
The
that was
save is
fuzzy.
not touching the door.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. The door's gone now. And I'm instantly healed anyway.
Inside you can see these these 4 3 4 1 2 7
4, 7, whatever.
How do you think numbers work?
Oh, it's 6 all up. Okay, cool. You see these in various states of decay or lack of flesh. There is 2 that have basically got nothing but bones, but these animated shapes of cats, like pouring around the room. Another one is looking a little bit more recent. It's got a little bit more sort of like the like desiccated, like dried up, but still got some like leathery and little hints of fur on. Like, this
I'm rolling
stuck
to
to
attack.
things.
Fucking calm down.
They're undead creatures. They
Just
need to
calm
die.
down.
Sort out.
You don't roll. You say what you're doing first.
Well, I assumed I would need initiative first anyway. So.
But yeah, one that looks particularly fresh. Don't like saying that. Basically, those squats, sort of like flats itself right down and just sort of like does the whole sort of cat butt wiggle thing and
Yeah.
like pounces at you.
Sword out. Swipe at it.
Roll it.
To attack or okay?
Yes.
Yeah,
You don't
because
have
that's
to
a
roll
plus. Yeah.
You basically like sideswipe this, hit it with the sort of the broadside of your thing, and just like bones, just like
Does
shatter.
the Sun Sword have a broad? I thought it was essentially a lightsaber, wasn't it? So
I imagine it
It's
was more
because
like a
you
flat
kept saying
blade.
lightsaber over and over.
that's
It is
probably
still
why.
still a flat blade.
Okay.
Because
It doesn't like undead things either, so it's gonna try and do a lot
it
of.
does extra damage to undead, doesn't it? Not?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So yeah, you don't even have to worry about rolling on that one there.
Its entire purpose is to destroy undead things. Do you want me to go for the other two, or
I think we just roll in now.
okay, initiative?
Yep.
Is everyone else, or
Yeah.
No. Nah, I'm good. Like, at this point, you are just killing cats? I feel like you got this, and I don't want to be a part of this.
I'm also.
well, I assume you guys are all out of. You haven't even come into the room, so I'm
You
just.
were first in.
I've just like splintered open this door, walked in, and then just started swiping at cats.
Roll your initiatives in.
I've still got Izek with an axe pointed at me at this stage, right?
Yeah.
Cool. I got a.
Nat 20 on initiative for some reason.
I got a 14.
14 for Ring.
I am really, really excited to not be a part of this.
So what's your total, YU?
22.
And what was your total, Oric?
I think it was because I rolled that on the attack, doesn't it? So it's 4 then.
Just 4.
Yep. I have no pluses on initiative.
YU, you're up first.
It's gonna think about it for a while.
Yeah, I mean, it's a weird situation to find yourself in.
If you're not going to do anything, you don't need to vamp.
Nah, I'm going to get one.
Get it.
I'm going to get a cat.
You have magic missile now, don't you?
He always has.
Where's that magic missile?
Literally always has.
Oh wow.
From character creation.
Like, all the way back.
He's actually a wizard.
I think the
Several
I think
years
the
ago,
most,
level 1.
I honestly think the most times he's cast magic missile though is the day that I took control of his character.
yeah. I think it was. Yeah.
Really stretch that muscle out. Nah, I'm
It's
just
also
gonna...
one of those things that after a certain point, it's sort of useless.
Yeah, but against undead cats, it's probably useful.
No, this is a good use for it. But like, ain't gonna be doing much to things.
I don't know what you're nodding at here.
What are you doing?
I'm going to get a cat.
You
I want a
local
cat.
store and buy a cat, or
I want a little kitty. I want a kitty.
What are you
What are you doing?
What are you actually doing though?
I don't know how much more I have to fucking say about this. I'm going. I get a cat. I'm going to get a sack and a little mouse. A little mouse is going to run along
you do that in one
right
action.
by a cat, right in front of her, and then scoot into the sack.
Okay, so you're
Casting
that's a illusion.
You don't know yet. The cat's going to have to fucking interact with the mouse to find out if it is. For all you know, it's a mouse.
would've been funnier if it was just a little red dot.
Cast mouse. You don't know.
It would have been funny
Okay,
if it was a
but-
little red
but-
dot that moved in front of the
you know,
mouse.
that's
That's
actually
not,
funny.
that's not how the game works. So you need to tell Ryan what you're doing on your turn.
That's cat goes on the sack. it's minor illusion.
I figured that's what you were doing. Just kind of, okay, so you lay this I'm assuming you sort of hold like this Hessian sack down, so it's got like sort of and this mouse just like runs around the past one of these
In the most like alluring way, like it's very quick, but it also has like a slight limp in one leg. So it's like, look how fast I am, but also I'm a little bit injured.
With pretty much every cat I've known, bar one, I would have gone with a red dot.
Yeah, I don't think we're at the level of technology where that would really.
people would know what red dot the red dot
Yeah.
are.
We haven't cracked red dot technology yet.
Got illusion.
Okay. Okay.
The cat attacks your face.
And that's this week's episode of the Sunday Sessions. You can email the crew at isolatedcitygaming@gmail.com, follow us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter at Isolated City Gaming, and if you like what you hear, tell a friend. We're available across a lot of platforms, iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, and on YouTube. Just search for Isolated City Gaming or The Sunday Sessions. Catch you out there.